Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of the Plus 63 HP D&D podcast, where you meet this group of special individuals playing their very first D&D campaign. Well, at least most of us. Now, my name is Raymond. I am your host, and I play your charming tiefling hexblade warlock named Aasimar. Now, with me are, what do we call ourselves again? The Silver Shadows.
Silver Shadows.
I have to get used to that.
I
Now,
know.
let me introduce first and foremost the man, all the way from Brooklyn. Well, apparently he is a man looking for love, mystery unfolds in his life. And if you want to be part of that, he's available 24/7. Let's call John.
Hello, I am Jong. I play a UNT purebred ranger named Itsuki. And I'm unofficially the leader of the Silver Shadows, or have been always.
I don't think that was ever discussed, but maybe after a
Self-appointed
few-
leader of everything that I do.
well, let's see how it all plays out. Next, of course, is our tank of a paladin, the daddy who enjoys his children's voice lessons, the cute and cuddly, sexy daddy, CHUBAX.
Hello, yeah, I'm CHUBAX. So I play Malak. What's the prefix? Uncharming, discharming, the
Unhinged.
the non-charming, Scourge Aasimar Paladin borderline serial killer.
All right. Next, we have a special furry experience for you. So we have a lady with her eyes set on equal opportunities. She is our fighter in the group, newly joined, but absolutely fierce. Let us welcome Isa B.
Hi, I'm Isa, and I play Shira, a tabaxi fighter. She's pretty humble and down to earth.
I believe so. So far, RP has been fun, but none of this could ever come to fruition if it weren't for the Weaver of Worlds, the master storyteller himself, the one and only Angelo.
Hi. So, I'm since the DM, I play everyone else.
And we do hope that everyone else will be kind and accommodating and generous and non-murderous. But you know what? The Silver Shadows have had a rough landing, and I have to tell you, it has been quite rough. From falling, from a cloud castle falling, battling yet again another unknown. They find themselves entering finally one of the largest cities in the South, Waterdeep. Let's see how each and every one finds their nook and cranny, finds their place in Waterdeep, or finds their purpose. We shall find out. Mr. DM, floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. So, so last week, you survived where is that here?
Crash landing.
So yeah, Cloud Giant Tower saved. So yeah, with the party taking up Zephyrus' offer of safe passage, they learn more about the ordning and survive the possession of Zephyrus's navigation orb, and ultimately surviving this attempted hostile takeover and the potential crash that would be the fallout. So now the newly named Silver Shadows is finally near the grand city of Waterdeep, as Zephyrus ponders new upgrades for his tower in the hopes that it will not be infiltrated anymore. So last we left, we are like a day's ride, like half a day's ride from Waterdeep, and the sun is setting. And I guess Itsuki, since you're the Outlander, you would know that from what the distance you see to Waterdeep, it like by the time you get there, it's gonna be like sundown already. But for everyone else looking now into the city, you notice that truly this is a very this is a huge city that you are entering. And as you pass by farmlands and um, grasslands for horses and cattle and whatnot, you see the city skyline more clearly now. And it's a diverse one with many different architectural styles. But oddly, there's a consistency to all of them, with the since the types of materials are limited, and it sets this like a coherent look. And you also notice at the skyline, you see like huge statues, like by your estimates, like 70, 80 feet high statues. And to your right, you notice that the city is like nestled along the mountain to your, since you're traveling from the south, going south, it's to the right. Like there's a mountain and the city is like around it. And yeah, you notice like on the statue, there's this like huge statue of a griffin looking down at the city. Yeah, actually, I have a visual. This is how Waterdeep would look like if you were if you're from the outside going in. But this one's more of like if you're traveling from the east. So just change your there.
Oh wait. Oh, is it? We're in the map.
Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like from the
Ah.
east.
Very scenic.
Mhm. Yeah.
Is the water
then-
deep?
And then as you approach on foot, at some point, Silver just asks, asks the group. So once we get there, do you guys have where do you guys want to stay? At least, how much is your budget?
Oh, we were hoping you would hook us up.
Oh, Silver, Silver's like, oh, I'm not sure if Leander, if that's who you're thinking, has immediate accommodations. But I mean, there are there are a lot of inns in the city, obviously.
I mean, I didn't mean you pay for everything. I mean, you would know where it's safe and it's good. And I mean, I'm sure we wouldn't mind to be pampered a little bit after.
And then the Silver like lights up a bit and goes like, oh, okay. Well, in that case, well, we guys have a couple of options. The first one is probably the most famous inn, in the city. It's called the Yawning Portal. It's a decent place. Quite rowdy since it's a hot spot for adventurers everywhere. But if you're looking for pampering, maybe there are other choices if you want.
Yeah.
Do we want to be in the most
Malak is still loading,
famous?
so.
Just a standard accommodation. I doubt we'll be spending a lot of time in our
Yeah.
in anyway. So I think just something that would fit our, it's a good budget. It's not probably the cheapest, just to give us some more comfort, but nothing too extravagant.
A place
there
where we can get
any-
more
any-
information.
Yes. Is there a place that is a bit tactical as well? More like in the center of it all?
Unfortunately, you may have to pay for me because I'm a bit low on the money.
I did give you that signing bonus though.
Yeah, that's true. I'll have this sold soon.
It goes, okay, well, in that case, yeah, perhaps the Yawning Portal then. It's I mean, if you're in Waterdeep, like, might as well stay in the most famous tavern there is.
But
It's fairly
that
cheap.
might not be tactically sound. It's if somebody's looking for us, that'd be the first place they look. Right?
Oh,
Let them come. I like
Or
this
maybe
idea.
we hide in all the hustle and bustle. Maybe that doesn't work. Sound so bad. I think that's pretty much okay.
Let them come.
Let them come.
Malak just shakes his head. You heard our pet. I mean our leader. That's yawning, yawning portal. It is dead.
Yeah. And with that, as you head into Waterdeep, Sildar gives a few more detail. Just tells you about the Yawning Portal. Says, "Oh, the Yawning Portal's famous. Well, lots of adventurers go there, and inside the tavern, there's a exposed well, like a 40-foot diameter well. That actually it's not a well. It's more of a passageway deep into the Undermountain, where adventurers try to get gold, but more often than not, uh, when adventurers go in, they don't go out anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's open. I mean, I don't know if we're willing to try. If we're willing to try that now with all the giant activity, but it's there, and many adventurers have tried it. The most successful ones who've gotten there was, well, the owner of the Yawning Portal. His name's Durnan. He's the barkeeper and the owner of the place. Yeah, and he went in all those years ago. Uh, he came out with like lots of gold and was able to buy the place and capitalize on the location. But yeah, and yeah, as he says that, you go deeper and deeper as you go finally into the city, and you enter. You get past through the first wall, the gatehouse, and you are greeted by the breeze of the sea. As you smell there's a faint trace of salt water, and you are fully, smacked with the smell of the big city, like shit and all. um, but as you travel, you notice that this part of the city, at least this part of the city, there's no tiling. Like the roads are just dirt roads and everywhere, and you hear like you hear like sounds of like shops closing already since it's already late, but some shops are still open. And in this sector, you notice this is where like the wet market should be. So you notice like lots of butcher houses, lots of processing, at least for raw meat. And yeah, and as you travel with your axe beaks, you're given some looks, since axe beaks aren't exactly common here.
Yeah, how
But
about
ultimately, they
Cujo?
leave you alone.
Would it be weird to have Cujo?
You're someone.
Ultimately, not so much. Like there are some glances, but not so much.
Not too weird.
Not too weird. Not too weird, because as you break through this wait, where's the as you travel down, so for you land here, and as you travel down past the field ward, you're finally able to go through the high road, and this is where the tiles start showing up. So at this point, the roads are now paved, and the roads are now paved, and you notice as you go in that the pavement there at the center of it, there's like a tile, an emerald green tile, and it's just like a subtle pattern that just goes throughout this road. And then as you go down, Sildar just talks about like, oh, where this the higher this is called the higher this is the high road, the main road, and part of the north ward. And as the Yawning Portal is over here at the south, at the castle ward.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Where?
Like
I'm
way
reloading
down
my
south.
map.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh,
That's far. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, guys, in first, right? We gotta clean up, and I am
Yeah.
hungry.
To regroup
and then
and
actually
then put some
once
feelers out.
Sildar, at this point, Sildar realizes how far it is and goes like, um, if we're like, do you guys want to meet Leander in the morning, or because I think his neighborhood's here in the North Ward. Maybe it would be better if you got inns here, but it'll be more pricey since the old money lives in this area.
What does pricey mean?
4 gold a night.
Oh, that's. How about in the Yawning Portal?
Uh, 8 silver.
That's a big drop.
Yeah.
We're not.
Let's start with Yawning Portal
Yeah.
and get the lay of the land first.
You
Well,
heard
which one's more, which one can we get more information in? Like where you get more talk of jobs and quests.
Like, oh, definitely the Yawning Portal. Like that's where all adventurers congregate, and where there are adventurers, there's information.
So that's the 8 silver per night?
Yeah.
Oh, then sign us up. I think that would be a perfect choice for us adventurous types, don't you think so?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Shivra nods.
And as you continue down the road, you see these like the city watch with their uniforms. Their uniforms are like orange and white. It's like robes as they travel around, and you notice like an official looking person, a person with a uniform with like a hat with a candle symbol, and you see like he's a halfling and he's like running around making sure that each of the lamps are lighted. And with the heavy contrast with the entrance earlier, this area is much cleaner. And you note as carriages go down, and the inevitable horse dung gets loose. You see immediately another uniformed person immediately rush in and start sweeping. And yeah, as you travel down the road to your as you travel down the road, you finally hit where the high road ends, and you start traveling the streets. So this part, and as you travel down, you notice that the streets are smaller, and also the tillage subtly changes. Now instead of like this emerald green diamond at the center of it all, you notice that you see a subtle pattern of a deep purple hexagon in this part of town. And then as you go down, Sildar just says, we've crossed through the castle ward, where and then he points towards the castle, and says, oh, that's Castle Waterdeep. And as you go down, you see above the building, you are now close, and you see these couple of humongous statues just standing guard. So immediately to your right, you see a huge statue of like a winged humanoid, looking solemnly at the surrounding area, and you are once again greeted. You once again see the prominent griffin statue on the mountain, looking down as well. And as you travel, you hear flapping wings above you, and when you look up, you see like a trio of griffins fly through the city, and you notice like each griffin you notice a rider in each, and yeah, Sildar looks longingly at the griffins, but after a while, he continues guiding you towards the Yawning Portal. And true enough, let's say this whole journey was like a 45-minute walk. But yeah, eventually you reach the Yawning Portal, and as you open the door, you are greeted by loud, rambunctious sounds with tavern music being played by a bard to the corner. You notice a bar at the very end, and true enough, you see this like huge hole with a, I don't know, I'd say like a 2 foot like railing as it goes down into the underdark below. And yeah, at this point, what do you guys do?
I say, is it just me or are there too many people here? Anybody else miss more shield house?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is it just me or are there too many people here? Anybody else miss more shield house?
Oh, yes. Well, definitely we missed the old place, but maybe when we get back, they would have made some repairs again.
I tell the group, you all have to start getting used to bigger and bigger challenges and more people to beat. It's just going to get more complicated and challenging from now on. I need you at your best all day, every day.
I've never been one for crowds, admittedly, says Shivra, unexcitedly.
I even miss Keithra. Keithra. And then
Yeah.
and then Malak looks at Aasimar. Don't mention her again. Don't tell her that. Then let's
My lips are sealed.
let's go get a drink. Oh, let's get a room first. I mean,
Yeah, and then as you approach, you see, true enough, at the bar, you see this like middle-aged man with like thick brown hair, with like a handlebar mustache. Is that right? With
Yeah.
sideburns.
Hercule Poirot.
Yeah, and then he's wearing a vest with like a neat tie, and then he's wearing long sleeves, but they're folded up, and he like asks
Monsieur
and as-
Perot.
And like as you approach, he just says, "Oh, wait a minute!" And as he serves a drink, he just serves a drink. He slides it down the bar, and you see a burly Goliath get it and start chugging. But yeah, after that, he turns to your group and says, "Oh, welcome to the Yawning Portal. What can I do for you?"
Well, thank you for welcoming us to your fine establishment, sir. We're looking for a place to stay and a hot meal and amazing drinks. I hope that that's something that you can provide for us.
He goes, "Yeah, of course." He goes, "Okay." He goes, he points at you and says, five rooms?" And then Silver says, "Oh no, not for me, thank you." Says, "Okay, 4 then." So that's gonna be 8 silver a night, and 8 silver a night, and meals are extra.
Malak looks at Sildar. Where are you staying?
Like, oh, I live
His
in
house.
Waterdeep.
Oh,
And
Oh.
you didn't even invite
and
us?
then-
How
yeah,
could you?
That's what I was gonna say.
Like, oh,
Sildar.
my house isn't really for guests. It's not that big. It's not that big.
Well, but at least I hope you join us for a meal before you go.
Yeah, of course. Yes,
Okay.
is that, and then Dur says, "Oh well, in that case, so 5 meals it is then. So meals will be, yeah,
I'll write it down. That's
5 silver per meal."
5 silver.
13, so
8 silver per
50
night?
meals, 3 meals a day. 15 plus 8, 23 a day? Or are we just going to stick with 2 meals a day?
Hold
We
on.
need to stay healthy.
He sees Durnan sees apprehension and goes like, um, well, we do have a value option for 3 silver per meal. If you're more interested in that.
Eh,
Hey guys,
we can worry about that
we
tomorrow.
should-
Let's just get the good one for
we should.
now.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should
today
get the
we
good
celebrate.
one.
Yeah.
We deserve something good.
Okay. And then Durnan says, well, if you think you deserve something good, may I offer our drink of the night, a Devil's Blood whiskey.
Ooh, I like the
How-
sound of that.
How much is that?
Devil's Blood whiskey will run you, just 5 copper a mug.
How much for the whole bottle, sir?
Oh, the whole gallon. Let's go 2 silver.
What's the name? Devils?
Uh,
Devil's blood.
Devil's Blood whiskey.
That's
mean-
Like drinking
5 copper per mug, or
2 silver,
silver.
for the entire gallon. That's a steal.
after what we've been through, fly. Let's do it.
deserve it.
Yeah, Durnan says, well, I mean, I won't tell anyone, so nobody really knows if there's truly devil's blood in this. But once you drink it, that feeling straight in your chest.
Well, I'm kind of part devil. Maybe if you want me to add some, ask.
Oh no. The innkeepers guild will be after me in a minute, and so no.
I'm just kidding. Just teasing you from a tiefling.
Okay, so that's.
Okay.
Do we minus it now for the night?
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever's convenient for you guys. I
So-
trust you're just gonna minus as we go along.
Minus. That's 8.
Do you want to just
8
Take
plus
turns
5
and-
plus the drink.
you want to just take turns in like paying for everyone? It's easier, so we don't have to like keep reducing each and every night. Like one night, one person takes over with the meals and food and accommodation. I'm pretty sure at the
Yeah.
end of the day, we're all
So
gonna.
if it's wait, it's how many are you? 4. 32 plus 15 for 3 meals. So 15, 45, 47 per night per person.
So I'll do the first one.
So
So
4
Alright.
nights.
40, how much, Joe?
47?
47 is 3 meals plus lodging for 4 people
Oh.
for a night.
4 meals. We need
meals.
4 meals. 5 meals. Sorry. No,
Why do
Sildar
you have
thing.
5 meals?
Still there,
No,
can
no,
be.
no. So,
No, this is
No,
for the
so-
party. Sildar will pay for his own stuff.
Okay.
So,
4 meals.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us.
yeah, so 4 meals is 20 plus 32, 52.
52.
52 silver per night for each one of us.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can at least stay there for 4 nights, prepaid. And then, but tonight's celebrate.
Let's
Okay.
just celebrate every night. Let's just find money.
50, you said 52, right? Okay, I'll make a note. So Malak first night.
I have a lot of silver I could do. Anyway, we'll take turns anyway.
Shivra feels her pockets for coins and finds not that much in there.
Don't worry, Shibra.
We got
You know, we all started broke, but
Yeah.
we're gonna find some jobs here. I have a good feeling that Waterdeep's gonna give us. This is gonna give us a heftier pocket.
Yeah. I
Malak-
would like a good job.
Malak also reminds Asomedos in Itsuki, double check if I think I may have given you some items also that you can sell in case we need some money.
Oh yeah, I do have 4 silver goblets with moonstone.
Okay.
That's
so just,
gonna fetch.
yeah,
a
just
penny.
I mean that's group money, but just in case we need it. I mean, I just wanted you to know, remember that you have that. I also have a lot, so aside from
Yeah,
the
we
gold,
can. You know, we can sell our loot at one point? If
Let's do it
the need
as
arises.
needed. Yeah, as needed.
Oh,
So,
I forgot. Hey, innkeeper. We also have some axe beaks. Is it all right if we park them just outside your inn? And is there a way we can feed them too? They eat
It says, okay.
basically anything.
Yeah. He says, oh, for mounts, lodging costs for the mounts is 7 copper a night. 7 copper a day. That
Does that
includes-
include food?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, so it's
Seven.
52 silver plus 7 copper times 4. What is copper to silver again?
10.
Okay, I have copper.
1 silver is 10.
So I'll do that. Minus 20. I'll do that first night also.
So 54 and 2 coppers.
No, I just
Wait.
removed it from my copper.
Okay. Yeah, we do have a
28,
number of coppers.
28 copper. Okay, thank you. May I know your name, innkeeper?
Name's Durnan.
Also, you are the Dernan we've heard about.
Yes, in the flesh.
I am Malak, and these are my. How do we call?
We're actually friends, but he doesn't admit to that. He has this emotional challenge of admitting people in his life. But hi.
Durnan just goes, yeah, don't worry. I've met my fair share of
He's
adventures.
used. Yeah, we are the Silver Shadows. And,
My name is Aasimar. I love your mustache, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. It says, well, first time here? First time in Waterdeep?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome
Yes.
to the City of Splendors. Anyway, and he gets your order and takes it back. And he goes to you and says, well, find a seat and we'll bring it to you when it's ready.
As I step towards the seat, I stop towards him. Dernan, do you have any beautiful waitresses?
It depends on the person in question.
If you think they're beautiful, don't send them by. Send someone else.
That's just for him. The rest of us appreciate beauty for
Yeah.
what it's
yeah.
worth. Right, Chibra?
Please send me over, ladies. Yes.
Durin just nods and just goes, sure, okay. Like you, the way he nods and just says, okay, it's like there's a professionalism to it, which indicates that he's used to this,
Weird
shenanigans happening in his tavern. Yeah.
Okay. So I head over
Yeah.
to the table.
Yeah, and then it takes you a while since it's quite crowded, adventurers, and like there's drinking, there's laughing, there's adventurers just talking, like so yeah, you are in the Yawning Portal, and occasionally adventurers are just leaning by the railing looking down into the Underdark below, and yeah, now you notice that this tavern is like there's a first floor and the second floor, and you notice more stairs going up, which easy to surmise that that's where the bedrooms in part would be. And as you look up, you notice that it's like the floor plan's quite open, so whenever there's always like a balcony to look over the whole, and you notice like a pulley system, a rope hanging and leading deep into the Undermountain. But yeah, you're in the first
well?
floor now.
That's the well, you mean?
Yeah, the well. Yeah.
Oh, it's in the middle of the bar?
Yeah, it's in the bar. Yeah. So, yeah. So Sildar says, oh, yeah, if people are feeling adventurous, they just ask Dernan if they could be let down. There's a small ceremony. If
Is
We're
it
s-
is it a long journey or like a quick one?
Oh, it's a long one. It's like a whole adventure down there,
Let's
and
maybe we can do it before we leave. But for now, I'm hungry.
oh, it. And then Silver just goes, "Oh, I'd advise against it. Sometimes that is the last adventure of certain people."
Okay, fine. That's a big hint.
But if we do go there, Sildar, you better come with us.
Silver's like, um, well, I guess that'll depend on Leander if he doesn't need me for anything else. Um,
You can join us. You can join us too.
oh, we'll see. Last I heard, is quite busy right now handling the Lord's Alliance. Anyway, you can ask him tomorrow when we meet him. Um, but yeah, as you look around, like, yeah, there are numerous adventures here, numerous sources of information. So yeah, what do you do?
Yeah. So we sit down for for dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been thinking. Oh, RJ, are you there, Jay?
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here. I'm here. Just
I've been
trying to plug.
thinking.
Are you thinking about walking up to the the most badass looking person and slapping him in the face?
And then that can be done tomorrow. No.
I don't advise that.
We've been riding. Well, most of us have been riding together for a month. Is it a month? More than a month.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a month and a
We
half.
we've gone through many things and even lost someone, but we've never really talked about each other. Not that I want to open up, but I think it would be better to know each other before we lose one more.
Let's hope that it doesn't come to that.
Oh, I hope it doesn't come to
Yeah,
that
like
at all.
an old friend of mine once said, "Hope for the best, prepare for the worst." So
Quite, quite smart.
He's right. She's right. She's right.
Howard.
like I would want to know why you journey Asumedos, or why he looks at its skin and you are this way.
Or,
and
or
being
why
amazing.
does your sister want to kill you but not want to kill you because you're not worth it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out as well. I think my super reflexes just made her miss my vital points.
and to make it not that awkward, maybe Asumedos, would you have any ways to make us make it fun? How we can talk to each other about each other?
Well, aside
Are
from
you
I
saying
break-
he's
I,
gonna
I am not
enchant
used to
us?
I am not
Human
used to this.
bingo?
Truth or dare? Spin the bottle.
Maybe. I for one am.
I like the idea.
I am
I
one
like-
because I for one am awkward if we just go into it. So something like this would be better. And then I go like, where the fuck is that devil's blood? Like Malak doesn't want to do this, but he thinks it's for the best.
No, but you know what? I have actually learned a couple of games since Shiver mentioned spin the bottle. Kind of works this way. So first, I'll ask for an empty bottle. Maybe we can use this bottle of water. Once it's done, you can use this to spin. Bottle points at you. The first time it spins around, that's the person who's gonna have the question, gonna receive the question. We spin it again, and that goes to another person. That's the person who's gonna ask it. How's that? In our case, RP, we're gonna roll a d4 twice.
Each of us.
No, it's just one person now because it's
Okay,
one bottle.
we can roll a d20 and then the highest will ask the lowest. That's gonna be the bottle.
Okay, so I think that's something they did in CR season 3 as
Oh,
well.
high, low.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like.
Okay. The highest asks question to the lowest. Fair enough.
And before you start, that's when drinks are served. That's where the whole meal is served.
Woo! What do we have?
Nobody beautiful.
Oh, wait, let me roll.
So many. It's a big town.
It's to Malak naman eh, for Malak's food.
Oh, actually, no. Actually, the one who serves you, you actually see the tray coming towards you at like almost like below you, and you look down and you notice like a male halfling, carry the tray up his head and like, run towards you guys.
Oh, that's so cute. I thought the stool was just moving.
That sounds racist. I don't think you're supposed to call them cute. They're all short.
They are
Make sure he doesn't
endearing.
hear that.
They are
Endearing.
quite
All
endearing.
right.
Yeah, and then the halfling is like, well, here are your orders, and then he gives you each bottle of the. He gives you the full. He gives you glasses, and then like the full gallon of whiskey for your own pouring, and like he serves the meal, hot meal. The meal. Let's just say like let's just say like, I don't know, like hot steaming rice with vegetables on top, with like slow cooked beef at the side, like those like 5-hour slow cooked things. Yeah, with like a thick sauce that just makes everything melt, and like there's a generous serving of butter.
And then as he gets there, Malak takes off his mask, and then touches the shoulder of the halfling. What's your name?
My name is Dan Bean.
How do you spell that?
Dan, Dan, and then Bean, Bean.
Dan Bean.
Is that like your full name, like first name Dan, last name Bean, or is that
It says,
like just Dan Bean?
Oh no, that's just my first name. My other name's he looks at you. He's like a bit apprehensive to give it. Like, I'm sorry.
Don't-
I'm not.
don't worry.
Yeah.
Very.
You don't have to.
But
But
Malak,
you know what?
yeah, Malak seriously
Dan Bean.
says, "Can we trust you?" Out of the blue.
I mean, like, I hope so. I mean, I served you drinks, and food. So,
Inside, can I inside check if I trust him?
Sure.
12.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's a bit taken aback and a bit shocked, and um, it's like a genuine reaction to your question. So, like, he's very surprised when out of the blue someone asks him if you can trust him.
But what's his answer?
He just stutters and he just goes like, "Yeah, I hope you can trust me. I served you drinks and food."
Then I give him
That's the person you trust the most.
I give him 1 gold piece, and I say, more to come if you keep whenever we're here, if you can, I want you to be the one serving us,
Oh, okay, sure.
making
And
sure
then
everything's good.
He gets the gold and like, and then
And
like, he keeps it.
And then my light like flashes some radiant light, and I say, be discreet.
Oh. Looks around and he's like discreetly like polishing his gold coin. Tucks it in his pocket.
No, I'm talking about us. Whatever you hear, whatever you hear or listen over here from us, or anything we ask you, space between us, and you'll see more of
And
that.
he actually leans in closer and goes like, honestly, um, like, there's a lot of you like this, so don't worry. And I mean this in the kindest way. You're not special, so don't worry.
I don't care. Just be discreet. That's fine.
And then
Okay, sure.
I'd like go, hey, Danby, come over. And then I'll also give him 1 gold piece. Minus that now.
We're so generous today.
Well, we're in a new town. We want to make new friends. So,
That's true.
you know what, Danby? Here's a little shiny piece for you. If you hear anything promising from, I know you're busy waiting on tables, but if you hear any promising opportunities, jobs, requests that may need, well, a ranger, a paladin, a warlock, and a fighter to step in, I hope you give us a heads up. We'll be staying in your inn for quite some time. I'd appreciate an extra friend.
Okay, sure. And before he leaves, he stops and then turns back. And he goes, actually, yeah, I do know something.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, already returns.
Yeah, so right now it's the off season for gladiatorial fights. So
Ooh.
they're holding this competition for Outlanders. It's called the Tyro Cup.
Ah,
Pyro Cup. Pyro?
Yeah, TYRO.
Pyro Cup. Okay.
sounds like something I would get into.
I was thinking the same thing. I'd be your coach from afar. But so
Yeah.
can you tell us more
Oh.
about this Pyro Cup?
Actually, it's a team effort thing.
Even better. Right, Master?
100%.
Because yeah, like lots of, I mean, the reason why it's a bit special is because it allows outsiders to join, and not just gladiators. So the crowd gets to see really different set of people.
What's the name again?
How many in a team? Pyro Cup. TYRO.
Oh, that I'm not sure. Maybe you can sign up in the field of triumph tomorrow.
Sign up at the field. Oh, tomorrow. Do you know what time?
I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know much details. I just know that if you want to learn more, just go there.
Okay. Will do. That's a lot of help. Thanks so much, Danby. Oh, one last question though. Have you ever heard of, or do you know of any lone clerics available in this bar that we can talk to and make friends with?
He looks around and he just says, well, I mean, this is Waterdeep, so there's like 10 major temples in the city. So
Oh, okay.
pick a god.
What's your favorite one?
Oh, he wait lang, sorry. Says, oh well, I mean, as a halfling, we're all quite partial to Yondala, the the goddess, the head of the halfling pantheon.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll make sure. Where would we find that from here? Is it north? Your city's quite big.
Oh, sorry. He goes, well, there's not a lot of halflings here, so there's not a dedicated temple to Yondala.
No.
Yeah, usually there's just like uh, you know those multi-faith things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We usually, if one wants to pray, we usually just time the cleric over there. Then we get the cleric
okay.
schedule and we go there.
If you find any clerics looking for a job, send him or her our way.
Yes, please.
Okay, sure. Okay. And before he can say anything, he starts leaving already.
What's the name of her inn again? I'm sorry.
Yawning
Yawning
Portal.
Portal.
Yawning-
Yawning. Like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited for this cup. Shiva lightens up and looks genuinely excited over the thought of entering a competition.
Malak as well, but for different reasons. So we
I'd
start.
like to show the world what I'm capable of, she says.
Oh.
What we are capable of, she corrects, since it's a team effort.
Then let's sign up tomorrow.
I'm
You could
looking
definitely-
forward for you to getting us some cash prize.
If it's a team of 4, you're joining us, Master.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Okay, so let's.
We're calling you master now.
No, it's with air
We
quotes.
actually tease him. You know, we don't really mean
Ah.
it. You know.
All right.
You know what they say? Jokes are 83% meant.
That's why I also call you pet. So it's like 50-50 in the end. But yeah, let's
So yeah,
go get some dinner.
Yeah, you eat
Alright,
your
so-
food, and then after a while, let's say the bottle of water is empty, and yeah. So let's everyone roll a d20. So let's see who asks who.
Oh shit, my dice fell. Damn it. Not that one.
I have 15.
Oh, it's cocked.
7.
12? Oh, you can't
Else,
even see it in the camera.
I got 12 as well.
I got 7, so I guess it's me. And it's
I'm the highest.
So
So
what does
I need to
HP
ask Malak a question. Okay, so it's like, my question is like, what's the deal with these women and being a psychotic killer?
Damn, straight to the hard questions. Oh, damn it, I'm not ready for the emotions.
I want to know
yet.
how I can maximize your use for other people, not to our team.
When I was young, I was tricked. I let myself be tricked by a beautiful redhead, and my life went into flames because of it.
Ooh, what's
I-
the name of this redhead?
Not for now. Let's keep it. It's Malak said it's not your question. Yeah, I grew up in a small town, but I was blessed because being Aasimar, they thought I was special. But when she came into my life, they all turned against me. And even after that, every beautiful female I've seen has always learned to take advantage of their beauty. And I find it unfair and untrustworthy.
Sounds like you've been quite traumatized by these experiences, sir.
You could say that.
I don't care for much about men and women, but as long as you point it that way and not this way, we'll try to keep you around.
That's fine. Point me in which any direction as long as there's evil in it. Especially an evil, beautiful woman. I'll strike it down fast.
All right.
But that is my tale.
Okay. Okay, again, D20s.
Hey, camera. You.
14.
11.
11 as well.
Wait 1 second.
Your camera is gone.
Shit, I'm 4. 1 second. What happened to my camera?
Asumedos.
Oh yeah, the camera.
1 second.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
I have to fix my lighting.
Oh no.
There you go.
Maybe the actual camera moved.
No, it's
OBS.
OBS, but I can't fix it.
You can either delete it or press Alt and
Press
then
Alt.
Oh
expand it.
no, but I can't move it. There we go.
There you go.
Yo.
Okay, I think it's he got the lowest this time. Who got the
Yeah.
highest?
Asumedos.
I got 14.
Yeah, it's you. Maybe a skosh bigger, Jong.
There. What happened?
I actually have no idea what to ask Master. Can you guys help
Good.
me? You guys curious on anything?
I'd like-
fix my camera.
Shiva leans over to Aasimar and says, I'd like to know how this man was raised to be the way that he is.
Why are you the way that you are?
Okay, let's see. Let's make it as it is. Master, can you since we're so impressed with how you turned out to be right now, you are our idol. So could you tell us how was it with you growing up? Were your parents harsh with you? I mean, tell us your story as yourself growing up until you started this journey.
There you go. Okay, wait 1 second. Almost done. Good?
Yeah, perfect.
Alright, there you go. Oh. As Yuan-Ti, we don't have, so we live a much more sophisticated and important life than most humanoids. So, in our culture, it's very normal to only notice the ones that are contributing the most, the strongest, the richest, the smartest. So we constantly want to make sure that we are improving ourselves. So
But that's
for
not-
you,
That's not your story.
yeah.
What
Okay,
is-
so for you people, for you humanoids, you might think that this is abrasive and coddling. Oh, so abrasive and rude, but for us, it's just mere coddling. In my family, we are, as you have noticed, that's only one of my sisters, seemingly running this immense underground operation that we still have not figured out the tip of the iceberg of in the months that we've been investigating. That's just one of us. So I've always been you might call it not the top in our ranking system in my family. So I'm working my way up. And
Not
if,
the top. Did you mean the bottom?
I can neither confirm nor deny because the rankings always shift. I'm always evolving.
No, not right now. When you were young.
Same thing. Always evolving. Always, some maybe
Malak looks at the
I-
other three and say,
4 out of 5. So I've been working on it for a while, and that's why I am what I am. And I'm assuming that you are saying that why am I so great? And why is my light so bright?
Not really, but okay.
Malak
that'll
goes
work.
to Itsuki and his awesomeness. with sarcasm, with the heavy sarcasm. Cheers.
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 Wait, DM note to Itsuki. The investigation's actually been like 15 days.
The what? The what?
The investigation with
with the
Zaki.
sister.
Yeah, it's technically only been like 15 days.
We've only found out that Sati is in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
shenanigans in the past 15 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next round.
That's a natural 20.
Fuck. 2.
19.
18.
Okay.
It's us again.
Yeah.
Me again.
No, yeah, you again. Scales. Tell us about the bitch.
I must admit, she's pretty sly. She's one of the smarter in our family. So I'm not surprised that she's able to manipulate a lot of things like this. Although I have no clue.
I'm sorry. Are my ears deceiving me? Am I hearing Master giving credit to someone else?
I did say like our kind. So and she is my sister. I know that there is some intelligent blood in our line too. And the problem is she might be a little too smart because I would have never known that she's capable of something like this. I'm quite curious myself how she got to this position.
Is it Angelo? Question: is it normal that UNTs are like evil? No, not all. Like the race is not evil.
I don't think so. I don't think
I'd
a
say
race
normal.
is innately evil.
Yeah.
They're changing that from D&D, removing the natural alignments to races. Right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I mean, they're removing it from a default perspective. Like, ultimately, it's still up to the DM. But
Yeah.
as far as... So, sidebar. So, I feel that the stance of Wizards of the Coast right now is, here's a blank slate. For good and bad, here's what D&D is doing. Here's a blank slate. Hey, DM, you do the work.
Okay. So
So that's why it's a... But, like, so let's just frame it for this particular, at least for my...
this world,
game.
your world.
Like, yeah. I'd say no. It's not. They're not a monolith. So like, you get both. Like, yeah.
So just because you say tiefling, you don't think bad. It's not common
Yeah.
knowledge to think bad.
Yeah.
So
I will say maybe in some parts of the world they would think that way, but like here, since it's more cosmopolitan, not really.
okay.
Yeah. So
So,
same
like-
thing actually. Let's like for you, Malak. Same thing with Aasimars. There's our Aasimars that are well tempered, and there are other Aasimars that are so overzealous to the point of like being tyrants. So
Yeah, I'm close
like,
to
there's
that.
always yeah.
I'm lower. I'm closer to that on the scale. But so scales. What are your parents into? Like, are they known to be working these diabolical schemes when you were growing up? Was
I wish
Zati
I
a
knew more.
surprise?
It's not necessarily a surprise because we are meant to be individuals. But my parents were diplomats, so they have had dealings with different humanoids and different races and classes.
So not
Dealing
necess-
with wizards and giants. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but as kids, we were never privy to their businesses. So as me and my siblings, like we all had our own goals. I'm dealing with you guys.
Fair enough. So, but I ask again, when we meet Zati, will you fight her?
I'm planning on returning what she did to me tenfold.
Okay. Sounds good enough.
As long as you give one or two of those folds to us too.
Yes.
If you're quick enough, you might get a little bit piece of her.
Well, I'll get a piece of her, even if you kill her. I'll get it after. Malak's
I
like,
don't have much. I don't have much of a stake in what happens, so I'll leave you all to it. I think it's your personal debt to reap.
well, Shivra, our money's your money, so our debt's your debt now.
Ah, all right. I'll lend a hand then, though I don't have anything
Per-
personally against her like
That's
the rest
fine.
of you.
That is fine. I'm done.
Okay, so yeah, next roll.
Fuck. I got an 8.
8 also.
I got an-
15.
I got an 18.
So Malak and one of the two.
Do I
Yeah, it
choose?
landed landed right between the two.
So what do we do?
We can have a roll off. Let's just see.
Yeah, just roll off na lang. Respin between the two.
Okay.
20.
12.
What's that, Jay?
12.
Oh, okay, so it's Asumedos. Okay. So Malak leans
Okay.
in. So horns. Why ask?
Yes. Yes, my purple friend. My purple-haired friend. What's up?
What are you running from?
Or running two.
Or running to? You seem like a man running for something. Or from something.
No, I. I'm not running from anyone. There's for you to do that, that means that you have to have a place that you started with in the beginning. But my place was burnt down.
The village or your home?
My home. My mother, my wife, were both burnt. And it was this group of, I don't know, a group of fanatics. I don't know, they had weird symbols on them, but I've been just trying to find any clue. I don't know, and in all my rage, I begged, I cried in my weakness, and I heard a voice. And this voice promised me power, and that's where I started my path down as a warlock.
That's a painful past to endure.
It's really nothing I enjoy sharing, but seeing that I've traveled with you guys, and it probably makes more sense to share this with you guys. But I am trying to find my family's killers.
Any clues on the killers?
Well, it was odd as they seemed humanoid, from what I can tell. Some were in armors, some had horses, some had mages or wizards. I actually don't know what they would want with our family. I mean, you can imagine what it's like growing up as a tiefling. Everyone just ignores you or thinks you're a criminal. I mean,
Was
sure,
your wife
I did.
was your wife a tiefling?
No, she was a beautiful human. Golden hair. You'd say she's like the daughter of an earl. Quite rich. Very, prince in the pauper-ish level. I'm the pauper. She gave all that up, be with me.
Did you not check on the Earl?
Well, he wouldn't even let me in. So when you know, for my wife, actually, Angelo, off the record, I forgot the name of what I gave you before. Anyway, so
Mrs. Asumedos.
there you go. So when she chose me, she ran away, and she never dared to go back because her father would definitely have my head on the platter, thinking that I did some devil juju on his daughter. But if he loved his daughter, he wouldn't kill her. He'd take her back.
Why weren't you killed in the house?
Well, I was out hunting. That's how we lived. We lived a very simple life. Near a forest. Went in to hunt. I saw smoke coming from afar. By the time I come back, see residues of a traveling army with my house in flames, and the dead bodies of my mother and my wife.
No symbol or anything?
A weird red cross-like symbol. I'm not familiar though.
How far are you in your investigation?
I was just starting when I met you guys. So I was actually planning to meet an old friend here in Waterdeep. She was someone that I used to, it's like my big sister. She's a fellow tiefling who taught me the ways of the thief, and at the same time taught me not to be one. You probably would know a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll probably need some time for that.
You know, her name is Prudence.
Prudence.
She liked the irony of it, so she didn't change it.
That's a contact, right?
Yeah.
He's a tiefling. He's about 4 years older than I am. Very few people I was close with.
Then Malak raises his glass to fallen loved ones.
To fall in love with.
Okay,
Next
next
round?
roll. Actually, no. Like next one, it's gonna be
I'll be out.
Shivra.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be Shivra. It's gonna be asked. So it's the three of you who gets to ask. So
Okay, roll.
Malak, Itsuki, Asumedos roll for.
Okay, I got a 5.
Now I got a natural 20.
Natural 20.
I got a 13.
Okay, so Asumedos asks Shivra.
She looks a little apprehensive about opening up, but steels herself. In her head, she's going, oh fuck, it's my turn. Shit.
Hey, don't worry. Nothing too invasive, but
He doesn't bite
really want
hard.
we just really want to know more about you since we're going to be traveling for what we see as a enormous adventure ahead of us. It would be nice to get to know the people we're with, and so far from what we know, your father sent you to look for someone in Waterdeep, but on top of that, aside from being an awesome fighter, we're quite clueless. So I'm actually interested to know, Shibra. Tell me more about your family back home and how you grew up.
So, I was raised in a town called Hundlestone, which is up north.
Humble stone?
And it's Hundle, Hundelstone. And my family a long time ago set up this dojo to train fighters, mercenaries, martial artists of any kind, and people would, as we grew in power, people would flock to our dojo and ask to be trained. And as a member of that family, there were expectations for us to perform just as well as our forefathers did. So I've lived most of my life training in in like competition against my siblings. We were always butting heads and trying to secure our parents' favor over the others. There's a lot we have to live up to our name. We've had a long line of famed and revered family members who have these heroic exploits all across the country, and we're a very well-known Tabaxi family. Um, I'm not really one for the spotlight or heading up the pecking order, so it's never been really important to me. Being the best never has been important to me. All I want is to make my family proud of me, please them, and fulfill my duty that they've given me, which is to bring fame to our name and bring honor to the Avendapa name.
That's a similar path that Master is on as well.
That's the
But
best way to gain.
instead of making a name for your family, it's really for Master.
Yeah. That's how you how you make sure that your parents are proud of you. Be the best.
Sounds good.
Be the
My
best,
siblings
not
have
be
my
an ass.
siblings have already taken that slot
Be the best ass.
far before I have.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to not beat them at their own game too.
Since a couple of them are traveling, we might be able to encounter some on our journeys if we're lucky. Perhaps one of them's in Waterdeep right now. There's at least two of them of whose current circumstances are unknown to me. The rest tend to return home from time to time.
How many are you, your siblings?
All in all, we're 7, including me. First litter, three kids. Second litter, 3 kids. I'm the middle one of. That places me in the 5th place. It's 5th or 6th. Wait, let me check. 3 from the first, 4 from the second, and she is the second to the last.
The 6th then.
6th, yeah.
Is this your first adventure outside of home?
Yeah, this was my first foray out from where I lived. I would compete in small tournaments for practice near the area, but then head back home each time. And this is the first time they're letting me off the leash, so to speak, to see the world myself.
And what luck did you ran into us?
Yeah, it's one way to start a journey, I suppose.
I'm not complaining. I'm happy she's aboard. Well, to proving ourselves. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I really like this whiskey.
Yeah, like as you drink it, there's like it burns at the start, but after a while, it's like it feels like a hearth in your heart.
So how much was that whiskey?
2 silver for the gallon.
Silver for the gallon.
Did I pay for that already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I think we shouldn't go too deep tonight.
Wait, but you know what, guys? Amongst these people and these other tables, there could be others that would be joining that contest, that cup. Should we just eliminate them early? No, I'm just kidding. All right, maybe it's the alcohol talking. What am I saying?
And then Malak slams his hand on the table and says, stands up. Clerics! Any clerics? You know that episode in Friends where Joey planned to set up Phoebe with the Michael, and then he forgot. It was like, Michael! Michael! And somebody answered in the bar. Clerics! Any clerics in here?
One raises their hand.
Then Malak says, are you part of a group?
Because, yeah.
It's like,
Then put your hand
sit down.
down. And that's it.
Puts
No
his hand
clerics? No clerics? God damn it. Back down. No clerics here. Fast way to do it.
Are there any other healing classes, do you think? Aside from clerics.
What are the other healing classes? I think clerics. We need the main cleric. Eh.
I think
Yeah,
druids also good.
Druids.
Druid.
But healing is not on par with clerics, right?
Depends. Actually,
It
even
can-
within
it can
cleric,
be.
it depends on the cleric.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard cleric is one of the most diverse, right? Depending on
Yeah.
what god you're worshiping.
Yeah.
Then since Shivra suggested that, Malak says, "Oh, stand up, stand up." I pour him more drink. Your turn to shout. You look for your healer.
Does
You were-
Shivra stand up and shout at the top of her
Oh,
lungs
me?
for Druid?
Me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You suggested it.
She looks astonished for a second, then says, "Yeah, fuck it." she she roars majestically and says, "Druids, anyone in search of a job, a group, anybody, please step up. Thank you."
I cover my face. It's like, this is definitely the most uncool way to draft some teammates, to draft some additional teammates.
Well,
No,
it
you just
was
hear
your
a-
suggestion.
You just hear a voice from the other part of the bar. No, thank you.
God damn it.
Shibra just
Oh, Jay, you're on
slinks
mute.
back into her seat.
I think we should just go to the temples and maybe we'll find someone there we can commission.
It was worth a
I
shot.
mean, with all this alcohol, perhaps
That was
Well,
terrible. Terrible.
they might
it's
be
the demon
more
thing.
afraid.
It's a demon whiskey. Demon Bloods whiskey.
Then I slap my hand on the table. I stand up. Don't worry, everyone. We're just playing again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now it's Itsuki's turn. Itsuki.
I'm covering my face. It's like, oh my god, I look so uncool with these people. How are we ever going to find somebody equal, as equal as I, with these numbskull? This is not how you draft. You walk up to the most badass looking group and then slap them in the face.
Oh, then do it. Itsuki. Mala clearly has
no, it's
never
like
had devil's blood whiskey
Prove
before.
yourself then.
I look around and say, it's like, I look at the table with the most, either the most food and drinks, the one that is most
Glamorous.
bountiful
Opulent.
table. Yeah, most
Bountiful.
opulent table.
Yeah, you find one. And yeah, you see it's sitting there is a group of like there's you see a female Goliath with a male half orc and a
Shit.
dwarf and an elf. So yeah.
So I walk up to the table proudly and say, "You seem to have the best table tonight in this establishment. Seems like you guys are my type of people. Good at combat, smart, and strategic in your decisions. Do you guys have a healer that you might want to join in our team?
The half orc speaks. Actually, no, the Goliath speaks and just goes, "Oh, thank you. We don't have a healer actually. We're actually trying to raise funds for our friend. We're trying to get him a greater restoration, so we may cure him of his disease."
Wait, you guys are helping out another person? No,
Yes,
I just
you
turn around and
dedicated-
leave. I don't even finish the sentence. I turn around and it's like, no, not that one. Not that one. It's like, all right, I think tonight is a bust. You scared off all the good healers with all your shouting.
Yeah,
yeah,
after that,
Malak goes near that group and asks, "Oh wait, would we know how much the greater healing restoration thing would cost?"
yeah, like stand like with around like 500 to 700 gold.
Oh shit, Malak sits down. It's like I was gonna help pay them for a favor, but I can blow everything. Yeah. I guess that's it.
Yeah, they shrug and then they just start meeting, and like after a while they continue talking and then they start laughing again, like as if like it's like um it didn't bother them that much. So yeah, they return to their merry way. um so yeah, y'all go to sleep, y'all go to
Oh wait,
bed, and
Angelo,
then
for RJ Asumedos, he said he made a pact. Did you say a demon or entity?
Patron.
Patron, so you didn't say what kind, right?
No.
yeah.
And is it common knowledge that all patrons can be good or bad as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're different kind. There can be fey patrons, fiend patrons. There can even be celestial patrons.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you have
well,
no idea what.
I do have one. So, but from his actions, it's kind of the physical manifestation is dark. So I don't know if that's because of Asumedos or because of the patron, right? I mean, like,
find out.
right? I wouldn't also. Oh, it's okay. I'll leave the talk for next time. Since I'm not sure, I need more information.
Yeah. So you all stand up and go to bed, and then Silder just says, "Well, I'll meet you guys here in the morning, and
Enjoy your house.
Whatever. It's like, oh,
thank you. It's actually nice to. It'd be nice to sleep in my own bed, actually. So, yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
I'm pretty
so,
sure it is. There must be someone waiting for you in that bed. You
I think,
old badger, you.
I think
Mr. Fancy Man.
You've had too much alcohol, so
Doesn't
yeah,
mean
go to
he's
bed.
wrong.
I could
Doesn't mean
hold
he's wrong.
another drink or so.
And he says, anyway, I've noticed the axe beaks are still a bit injured from what happened. So, I'll arrange transportation to get to the northward once we're done.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Give him a light punch to his arm.
Doesn't flinch or anything.
Thanks, man. Radical.
Just okay. Good night, and then he turns and leaves. But yeah, you all go to bed. Not good quality beds with good quality beds, and you finally are able to rest deeper and fuller tonight. And the morning comes, and yeah, as you head sorry, anything, did you guys want to do anything that night specifically, or we just all move to the morning now?
Yeah, morning. For me, I'm
Morning.
good.
Morning.
Yeah, good.
it's been a long day. We've eaten and drank.
Okay. So you all go down, and yeah, true enough, I assume, like, let's just fast forward breakfast. Um, breakfast is have you paid for that now or not yet?
3 meals for at least 3 days.
Okay.
So we're
okay.
all prepaid, right?
Oh, did you minus it? Did you minus it na?
For me, yeah. So 52 for each of us for the next 3 days.
Okay,
Oh,
then I'll
I don't have that much yet.
No, we'll do 3 first.
No,
Don't
just
worry.
3.
Okay.
3 days, not 4 days.
Oh, okay.
So that you're
Minus ano Jong,
We'll earn-
28
we'll earn
CP also for the Axe Beaks.
oh
CP.
Okay. How many silver?
52
52.
52. Okay, that's the
and 28.
And then 28 copper pieces.
So technically, I only paid for one meal, so I have extra for 2 more meals, right?
No, why? No, we've prepaid for 3 days. So the ones that are not counted was the demon wine. Did you buy an extra meal?
No. So okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
No, I think is breakfast not included?
No, 3 meals. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner is what I was thinking.
Okay, all right.
I paid for the demon's blood. Okay,
Okay.
we're good. 3 days. So I guess we meet in the common room for breakfast. And
I deducted mine as well, so we have 3 days.
Yeah. So you all meet, and yeah, you are ready to conquer the day. And as you go down, you see Sildar at the ready, and I guess you take your breakfast together, and he ushers you. Sorry, before that, any RP or good to
yeah,
go?
Malak goes to the guys and say, shopping.
Potions.
I want to shop. I need some. I want to see what stuff they have.
But
I'm actually good, but I'll go with you. Maybe I could trade something.
Yeah, I want to trade my magic cloak, my post cloak for something else, or maybe I can even trade my the cloak I got from Vierith if I find something more better. I want to see what gear we have here.
Will we be haggling?
Yes. Are you a good
I
haggler?
suppose. No, not in particular. Perhaps the most charismatic of the group can.
I would
handle
suggest
that.
you stick with Mr. Horns over here, as I will.
Alright. Yes.
Then again, what's
Will
your
be
persuasion,
the
Jay?
Front man.
+8.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I have
yeah,
+6
bring it up.
persuasion. Okay. So
I have +3 sleight of hand.
Hey.
So yeah, I push Asomedos forward. Sildar,
What?
let's go shopping.
oh, actually, we're supposed to meet Leander first, and then
God damn it.
Oh.
the rest of our day is free after.
All right,
It's finished or no?
off we go. See you, Mr. Wizard Dude.
Okay. So as you go out, you see in front of the Yawning Portal is a long carriage, drawn by 2 horses, and yeah, he asks you to go inside, and yeah, comfortably seats all of you, and yeah, you are on your way back to the northward, and now since it is morning, the atmosphere is very much different. Much more busy with much more people going around doing their day. You see more uniformed people going at it, and yeah, it's just the hustle and bustle of the city, and yeah,
I asked Kujo to
and I
follow.
guess okay,
Just behind. Yeah.
kudos following behind. No one really pays attention, and
Mhm.
as you go around, you actually realize why, because like Kudro's not the most exotic thing here. You notice like dark-skinned Chultans travel around mounted on dinosaurs. You notice people.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Damn.
you see people also trotting around on top of like elks and deer, and yeah, you notice you as you travel upwards to the northward, you travel briefly along the market square, and as you travel, you see it's all assortment of people. Like you see like a small like 4 to 5 goblins, like happily celebrating since it seems like they bought an expensive item and they're just celebrating that. I mean, they bought it as a group, and yeah,
That's cute.
uh, and as you move upwards, the atmosphere gets quieter and quieter and more peaceful as you go along. Also, you notice that the buildings here are getting bigger and bigger, as from the busier southern area. As you travel northward, you notice like quaint cafes. You see boulevards, you see parks, and at some point you notice the carriage taking a turn, and you mark it on the map. You you start turning the corner here. You start turning the corner in this area. There,
Okay.
that area. And you notice as you are traveling, as you're actually circling the block, you notice that there's the heraldry. You notice like a herald, a symbol, flag, it's a peel flag, and in it is like a golden ship, and the figurehead's a Pegasus. Um, and you also, yeah, and as you go down, you travel through the gate and it opens into like a garden, and you're let out, and Sildar pays for the driver, and the driver goes along, and he nods at the four of you and turns, and you see this like great wooden door with like, I mean, like it's really fancy with like the knocker and everything. um and yeah, what you notice about it's like it's a relatively simple home in terms of like architecture and embellishment, but the materials are very high quality. Um, and as Sildar knocks, after a while, you are greeted by a half orc, wearing like, you know, like fancy clothes and with, like neat hair. Just looks at you and um, says, Sildar says, um, and then Zelda just, yes, I have brought these are adventurers. I want to talk to Leander. Yes, I believe he has been expecting you. Oh, so there's a bit surprised. Um, but yeah, you are let in, and inside you notice that this house is follows the same philosophy as outside. Um, there are the embellishments lead towards the simpler side, but once again, there's like a subtle elegance to this house, and the accents are subtly done, like the paneling and all, which would you get the sense that um, the household presents its wealth subtly, and you know it whispers to you. It's not like outrageously like notice me. um, and you are led upstairs, and as you're led upstairs, you hear two voices in the study, and yeah, you hear a female voice, and where's the bud? Okay, you hear a female voice, and you get the tail end of their conversation, and he just says, "Come on, Leander, like we gotta think of something. Those fuckers are about blood." And you just hear another more masculine voice. It's, "Oh, language." It's like, "Oh, don't fuck around, Leander. Like they should be ready with our own proposal when you meet them." And you hear presumably Leander. I was like, "Yes, yes. So we'll plan for something. Um, yeah. Why don't you start doing something, and then I'll just we'll just meet later, okay?" And then as that happens, your footsteps, and and you are greeted by a half. You are greeted by an by a you're greeted by a female elf.
Leander is an elf as well, right?
No, human.
Leander.
Heal.
Malak, you see this elf, and you're like above average. So like there's slight mistrust.
I bear my fangs, but she doesn't see it because I have a mask.
Yeah. And as she walks past you, she just sees you and then just says, "Good day," and leaves you. And yeah, and finally
I nudge Sildar.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
It's one of the Silver says, part of the representatives of the Lord's Alliance. Isara Raven Shadow.
How do you
She
spell that?
represents Silver. I'll just
Type
put it in the group.
Yeah.
She's part of. She represents Silvery Moon.
Ooh,
Silvery
kind
Moon.
of like our name.
Yeah, and goes. If they're talking like that, maybe it's about the giant threat. I don't know what can whip them up this bad. And yeah, true enough, the half orc leads you, and what greets you first is this massive fireplace. And on top of the fireplace, you notice like a lot of different portraits, but you're not able to see everything as your attention turns immediately to your right, and you see like a floor to ceiling window, and in front of that is a desk, and it's like a desk, and you see like lots of bits and baubles and books, and they're all arranged quite neatly. And leaning against the window with a hand with one hand on a wine glass, you see what presumably is Leander, and he turns towards you and says, I see these are the adventures you've brought, Sildar. And yeah, you seeing him for the first time. He's roughly like 40-ish years old. He's pale skin with violet eyes, and he has red hair, and it's like kept in a simple haircut and swept to the left side. And like he's wearing like obviously his noble clothing, but like the house, it's like it's subdued, but you can notice that this is obviously tailored fit for him. So once again, it's similar philosophy of like it's a subtle way to show your wealth with the materials and the fit and whatnot. Leander just takes another sip of his wine and says, "Well, so what do we have here? Of adventurers needing help?" He looks at the five of you.
What does Sildar need from Leander?
What?
What? Sorry.
Isn't like it's Sildar who wanted to get more information from Leander?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Sildar. Yeah, go.
I elbow Asomedos. Horns.
Oh!
You're up.
Ow! Well, seeing that wizards are self-thinking, I would do a proper bow. It's a pleasure to meet you finally, Sir Leander. We've heard many amazing things about you from Sildar.
Well, and then Leander just like, oh, hopefully not too much. Come, sit. And he said, sit, and you there are exactly 5 seats, and yeah, he sits down on his desk and says, um, "I know it's a bit early, but would you want a drink? I just had a very stressful meeting, and yeah, I'm already drinking."
We'll never say no to blessing. I'd have some.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
And like
enough.
there's a fireplace, right? And then there's chairs.
Yeah.
What's behind it? Like what's the background? What's on the walls on the back?
Oh, so sorry. When you get in, you see the fireplace. You see the fireplace, and then like there's like the seating area with like couches and
Uh-huh.
ottomans and whatnot. And then to the right, you see that's the one with the windows and the desk. And then to the left, you see an archway leading to another room.
Oh, okay. It's
So yeah,
gonna be
you're yeah. And then when Leander said sit, you notice the half orc bringing in some chairs from another room. So you're able to sit in front of him in the desk. So you're not in the seating area.
So Malak just grabs a glass, but he doesn't sit down. I just like pace in the back of the chairs.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
It's a very nice place you have yourself in. Congratulations for having this comfort.
Well, I'm one of the lucky few who was born rich and made my name for myself. So, yeah, just take what wealth I
Well-
have, triple it with being an adventurer.
Well, I'll continue to give like a rundown of how we met Sildar and what the group has encountered thus far, and I'll also update him how Sildar helped us with our last encounter with the black spider and how it seems to be larger than life. And I'll also tell Leander on how Tribor had suffered in the hands of apparently the Yuan Ti and some fire giants, and were actually asking for help or direction or anything that could lead us to know more about this. Would Leander know anything? Would you know anything, sir?
And that they stole adamantine.
Yes.
It takes a while for him to recollect and takes a deep breath. And it says, "Well, I assume you're smart adventurers, so I assumed you already asked a dwarf what adamantine could do. Um,
Yes.
yes?
Yes.
We did, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we did ask Gundren.
Yes, I asked the
Gundren.
Gundren. Yes.
Okay.
They
Okay,
said
good.
that the fire giants could use the adamantine for crafting weaponry, but against what? They were pretty powerful without it. So, what more would they? How much stronger would they be with it? This could be a threat even to a city like Waterdeep.
Well, I mean, don't worry about it. Waterdeep's been under threat for catastrophic events since time immemorial. But yes, to your question, what could they be fighting? Chances are, at this rate, with this scale of weaponry, my bet's on dragons. They've always been fighting for a millennia. As to what else,
That tracks.
honestly, that's the only one they can fight. They treat us small folk like we're vermin. The only other being that they respect with their might is the dragons. So chances are they're gearing up to kill hundreds, if not thousands, of dragons. But if you want to know more about giants, unfortunately, while I do not have the information, I do know someone, a frost giant named Harshnag.
Harshnag.
Harsh that.
He he's a special kind of giant.
Nepos is harsh now.
Yeah,
What? Sorry,
somebody mentioned that, diba? The
Nepos is harsh now.
Zephyros, 200 years ago had a
No,
skull
no.
of a.
RJ just Harshnag. Just Harshnag.
Harsh now. Okay.
He was the one that Zephyros said, right? Has the
Yeah.
Yes.
skull of a.
Skull of a dragon as a helmet. He works with the small people.
Yes. And by small people, maybe he meant me. And in my group before. So
Before, what happened?
let's not get into that. Long
Oh.
history, long ago. But anyway, Harshnag fought once again a giant. So surprise, he fought against a dragon. He led a couple of adventurers called Force Grey. And his mission went sidewards, and Harshnag blamed himself and swore off his great access. He's been living as a hermit ever since. Last I heard,
Force Grey?
he was Force Grey, yes.
Where?
Last I heard, he was skulking away in the northern section of the high forest. As to where, unfortunately, not even I know. He convinced me one day that it would be prudent against enemy lines. He was immune to divination magic. My mistake there was I did ask for it sooner, since he's wore it ever since.
Somewhere, where was he last? Somewhere in.
The
The northern
section.
portion of the high forest. Also, did you mention everything, even Zephyros? Like, what happened to
No,
Zephyros?
I just
Oh,
I
just-
ended with Tribord.
Okay.
But Malak will ask, do you know anything about a group with this symbol? And then I describe the medallion that we found, the Cthulhu looking one.
He's a bit perplexed at the start, and he says no, but soon maybe.
What do you mean?
I mean, if this is a new cult, like chances
Oh.
are you'll discover it one way or another. And chances are it is a cult. It's always been a cult. If you remember that dragon crisis we all had a couple of decades ago, Cult of the Dragon. I heard there are cults. I heard there are cults trying to bring in the elemental princess. You have cults for each element. There's always a cult involved. So wouldn't be surprised if this is just another one.
I go to Malak. Hey, whisper in his ear. Think we should show him the medallion? I mean, he's a wizard. He has some powers to. He seems to be a powerful wizard. Maybe he can do something about this. I don't know, curse on the medallion.
No, I don't see why not. I nod to Itsuki because he has it in his portal
Yep.
hole.
And if it's the group decision, I'm gonna tell him about the medallion so I can pull it out.
Okay, so you lay the portahole
Portahole.
in the ground, and yeah, that is the only object. I believe that's the only object inside, right?
For now, yeah.
Yeah, and Leander takes one sip of his wine and puts it down on the table, and as he walks towards it, and he looks around all of you and says, "May I?" I
Yes,
assume
please.
you haven't touched this since.
Well, I would be very careful. There's something about it when you touch it.
Don't
Something seems so invasive. So, just giving you a heads up, sir.
don't worry. And as follow me, and he walks towards the archway. And as he walks towards the archway, you notice the medallion start floating and following him. Um, um,
New trick.
and as he walks inside, you notice that this one's like more of like a workshop. You notice like one side of it, this is like a huge, there's like a longer chamber, and the one side is dominated by like a blackboard, and you notice numerous like magical notes and like, yeah, I don't know, the version of like post-its, just all are like, like in various sections, and it's arranged neatly. Um, and Leander puts down the necklace on top of the table, and you notice the area around the the area around being cleared, the paperwork and the books are being stacked. Uh, and he asks, "So, how did you know that this was a strangely acting amulet?"
Kind of invades your head whenever you interact with it.
I point to Asumedos.
Okay,
What are we doing?
nice.
Like how do we find out that the amulet is weird?
Well, I I guess we touched it, and it just really felt that someone was trying to invade, but thankfully I was able to ward it off. So I dissuaded everyone else from touching it.
Okay, give me a second. And as he says that, he watch him like walk around and start muttering incantations. And you see like as he walks around, you see a ring forming at the floor of pale blue light. And after a while, that pale blue light uh, shines a little bit more brighter and then vanishes. Just standard protection spell. You never know. And he takes a piece of chalk and starts drawing um, circles around the amulet. And he looks at the 4 or 5 of you and says, "Okay, I'm casting a identify spell, just so you know what's happening. Um, but often," and he continues writing as he, but often newcomers feel that just because they can cast it as a ritual, that means they can identify anything under the sun, and not remembering that the amount of information you get is dependent on the power you give the circle. And unfortunately, many of these don't even have sufficient power to fuel higher level identifiers.
I
Says
sign
as he
language
finishes
to the
speaking.
guys. Blah 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 blah. Wizards always talking.
And yeah, um, yeah, and as he finishes the circles, he looks at you and says, "Shall we?" And in your head, Malak, you hear the words. Well, I hope you heard. I hope you learn more about these blah blah blahs. Um, he puts his palm
Curious.
on the table. He puts the palm on his table. He puts his palm on the table, and this once again the circle lights up, and you see the amulet start shaking slightly, and now even more violently. And as it as it shakes all around you, you feel the temperature suddenly drop, and um, and suddenly the space within the circle is now filled with what seems to be water. And you see at the other side what seems to be uh, it's like a first person view of something, of something, and you see like these tentacles being wrapped around until all you can see is now black. And once like the thing, it's like the vision at the center is filled with black. Suddenly the amulet shatters and it falls into the table.
You
It
break
falls
it, you
into the
buy it.
table. It says, "And how much would this cost?"
Oh, it seemed expensive. Is that part of your ritual thing?
It seems that this amulet, and then it looks at Malak and says, "Hit in your head, thanks to my blah blah blah, um, was a conduit of communication."
I
between-
mockingly clap.
Yeah, Leander just like, yeah, Leander just smiles at the sass you're giving, like he's amused. um, um, yeah, he says, it seems that this crudely made object, might I add, is a conduit from communication from this whomever you picked it up from to this entity. And it seemed that this entity noticed me when I looked through it. No doubt it noticed you also, but I feel that with your power right now, it felt that it was just swatting away a fly instead of purposely trying to sever its connection. What this object isn't really powerful, but what you saw through it, it might be something else entirely.
So, did we learn from anything we saw? We saw what?
Like, you just saw a vision of like something being captured or something being wrapped around in tentacles. Yeah, that's the only thing you saw. Well, whatever it is, it seems that you all are tied to it now. As adventurers go. I mean, as I always say, us adventurers, like we have to do it. Other people might get it wrong. I mean, are you really gonna trust the fate of the world to other adventurers?
So you don't. Is there anybody you know that would know anything about this?
If I can't breach through it, I doubt anyone else can. So it seems that this enemy seems to be hiding even from the best of us. So your best approach for you guys is to follow the thread and see where it leads you.
But we don't have any thread right now. This is the
Well,
last.
well, for this one, but chances are all these things are interconnected. The person that you got this from, what was he doing? What were they doing? This amulet holder.
I look at Asumedos.
Yes.
We tell him.
I mean,
Yeah. We have to just give him all the information that we have so we can move forward from this dead end.
Okay. Then I continue on. Then I tell everything. Well, after we left Tribor, we traveled down through Waterdeep and encountered, went off track, saw something hit by seems to be a lightning dragon, crashing down. After investigation, we found a cloud giant being trapped or held hostage by some humanoids. We saved the cloud giant, repaired his cloud castle, and journeyed down to Waterdeep. Now, on that journey, something took over the cloud castle. We almost died. Something seemed to take over the castle that we thankfully were able to win control just a few feet before crashing ultimately to the ground. You'll see the castle. It's just by the outskirts of. It's on a mountain by the outskirts of Waterdeep. It's gonna take a while, but
It's there.
maybe it's there, and maybe we can help in any way to repair that. And that's where we got the amulet, really, from those humanoids.
They seem to have a hatred for giants.
Yander scoffs a bit and says, "Well, they're not the only one. Lots of people here are starting to get worried about this giant threat. Ever since we heard from the north that frost giants were attacking, and now to the south, there's this village called Nightstone, where seemingly cloud giants took their Nightstone." Yes, I know it's weird. And there is
Village
your
to the
connection.
south?
Yeah, village to the south, like southeast. Yeah, southeast. And then, yeah, he just continues. And there is your connection. It seems
southward?
that no. It seems that your connection is like whoever this group is also hates giants. And
Enemy of our enemy is our friend.
or
Except we
perhaps
killed
if you
some.
uncover what you uncover with this giant thread you have, think if you find Harshnag, could lead you to whatever that thing was.
It's worth a check, I think.
Harshnag's in his culture, Harshnag's known as a skald, a historian of sorts, at least as far as frost giants go. He'd be very intimate with the inner world. Would be very intimate with the history of his kind, and any information is useful, depending if you're capable enough to work on it. But he's your best bet right now.
Malak says, do you know anything of the ordering of the giant?
Fortunately, no, that seems to be a giant thing. Maybe Harshnag and here's how it looks like. And he waves his hand, and in front of you is a minor illusion of a miniature of Harshnag. And true enough, it it's quite similar to the descriptions of Zephyros. You see him wearing a skull of a helmet of a white dragon, and he's wearing furs, and it's like lean, and he has like a long white beard, and yeah.
And then I'm gonna cast minor illusion of small figures of us next to that giant and waving to it.
And then Leander, yeah, okay. Yeah, Leander just smiles. Just like,
Is there anything you can do to give some new adventures a leg up?
there we go. I knew there was something.
Where's that blah 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 now?
Very well. Oh, why don't I give you help with blah 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 blah?
I'll
Did you get
take
that?
any blah blah blah.
Blah,
I know
blah, blah
some.
might be nice.
I know some wizards that possess teleportation circles around the region. Could help you with your travels. But I still have to convince them if they're willing to share that information. And these wizards, they don't share that easily. I do know that one of them is in the city, a small town of Everloon to the north, quite close to Silvery Moon.
Malak shuts up. Teleportation circles?
Yeah.
What's the name of the town again? Sorry.
Everlund.
Ever. Lund.
Yeah.
The, the town of Everlund.
Everlund.
Okay, here. Sorry, just pulling up something. There. Okay, the Everlund Circle. Okay. When you get there, by foot, unfortunately, go to the Moon Gleam Tower.
Moon Gleam Tower.
By then, I would have convinced the rest to let you use the circles. And as she says that, he just goes to his desk again and letting a deep sigh and says, "Oh, I can't believe I have to talk to those fucking people again." And it takes a big, it takes like a big gulp of his wine. It says, "Speaking of other people, the Lord's Alliance is a sending in representatives from the various members. They're all concerned with the giant threat, and if you're willing to stick around, maybe you can share your own account. It
And
will be
get
held in
consolidate forces.
It will be held in 2 days.
Oh,
I
like,
admit,
there's a meeting, you mean?
yeah. There's a meeting in 2 days. Yeah. He goes, I admit that while the giant concerns is threatening, some of these people are off. Some of these people want all-out war. And personally, I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, they did trash
Why
a
is
village
that?
already. Yeah.
Yeah, but these people are asking to send troops and start going out into who knows where looking for giants to kill indiscriminately. You just mentioned you met a friendly giant, and you
Well,
are looking for another one. And if these people make their armies and start going out, what happens when the Lord's Alliance cities are attacked?
I mean, prepare for war, but don't be stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Knowing these people, they are stupid. They're preparing for an all-offensive. They're fighting like barbarians. Honestly, what we're trying to propose is a defensive pact to not escalate the tensions any further. I fear that if we go forth and attack them, they might take it as a sign that everywhere else is a free for all.
We should make sure that we don't escalate the situation.
How can we stop those guys from doing that? Because, I mean, I get it. We fought some fire giants and they were quite evil. But just like any race, I mean, would you believe every tiefling is evil as well? Or every Aasimar is good? or or every Yuan-Ti is talented? I mean, you can't assume those. Sorry, Master, we've killed a number of Yuan-Ti people, right? So they're not all as good as you are. Wink. So I don't think it's fair that they make that assumption.
Finally, sensible people. And then he looks at the half orc. Like, imagine, I'm around sensible people now. And then, like, actually he looks at Shivra, just says, "You've been quiet. Cat got your tongue."
I'm not one for words, but do you know of a Leosin Erlanther anywhere here in Waterdeep?
He raises his eyebrow and says, "We're looking for him."
I've been sent here by my father to find him for this giant threat.
At the half orc and this he looks at the half orc. Sorry, what's the name I gave him? Zrox. Like, handle this. Shivra, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, handle her query. And as he says that, he reaches to one of the shelves and he takes out a small chest. He lays it down on the desk and opens it. And says, "Okay, here, let's. If you're gonna deal with giants, I assume." He opens it, and inside are six healing potions and 3 greater healing potions.
Ooh.
Those are
6
expensive.
potions, 3 greater healing.
3 greater healing potions. And then inside he takes out a circlet, a small silver circlet with a sapphire with
3,
a
right?
sapphire,
Greater.
yeah, with a
Greater healing.
sapphire crystal at the center. Says if you have a hard time conversing, here's what one would call a circlet of oh my god, what is the item? Wait, I started to write it down.
Circle of convincing.
No.
The language thing.
Here. A circlet of comprehending languages. Okay. Meta-wise, if you're gonna add it in the NDBR or in your fight clubs, it's Helm of Comprehending Languages.
Interesting.
But then Leander had it customized.
He's giving
Pick that
us
up
a helm.
later.
What's
No,
that?
it's a circlet. It's a circlet
It's
of
circlet,
comprehend
that's-
languages. But like mechanically,
The
if you
information.
search for the item, it's Helm of Comprehend Languages.
Is that just one piece? Only one can
There's
use it?
3. There's
No,
3
no,
of
no.
them. And are
No,
they consumable?
3 of
or
the 3 of the healing potions, but 1 only of the circlet.
1 circlet.
Yeah.
So it's an accessory, not consumable.
Yeah.
So it can
Uh,
cast
if you're
comprehend language.
At will. And it's non-attunement, so you can pass it around.
Okay, cool.
But
Asumedos can
comprehend
use it
language,
for now.
right?
Yeah.
I have a ritual. Yeah.
Oh, it's a ritual?
Mm-hmm.
No. Look, Asumedos has it as a spell, but the circlet, you can use the circlet to cast it at will.
Okay. Hold on to it first, Malak. We can always pass it
No,
around when we need.
I can curse in giant. So I'll give it to Itsuki for now. You wanna wear it, Itsuki?
Yeah, I only have
But then if we give it to Asumedos,
Abyssal and Draconic. Okay, so I can have more.
but Asumedos is
No,
our
no, go ahead.
No, you're a spokesperson, eh. If we give it to you, can you change your comprehend? You can change your.
Oh, it's just a ritual. I can learn more rituals later on. Don't worry. I don't.
We
When I
can pass
cast-
it. We
when I
can pass
use
it
a-
around anyways. So let's just.
When I use a ritual, does it use my spell slot?
No.
No.
It doesn't, right?
Yeah,
But
but,
it
you're
takes-
you're paying for time. You're paying for
Yeah,
time,
it
so it
takes
takes 10
time.
minutes.
So should I hold on to it first?
I think yeah, just to be safe.
Well, I don't mind, but if you guys need it,
No, it's okay. I mean, Itsuki likes to shoot anyways, and I can curse at them.
It's a helmet. You said.
It's a circlet. But
But
No,
Fight Club,
on-
it's a helm.
yeah, on if you search for it, it's the helm of comprehending languages.
Okay. Got it. But then I'll change it into
Circlet.
circlet.
Yeah, he
But
goes like,
do we need to wear it as a helmet? Well, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay lang naman. Okay.
oh, I will say, even though you can pass it around, you have to wear it during the 1 hour duration. When I meant like passing it around, like for example, like, oh, Asumedos can't speak, you can pass it literally. But like, for example, it's on Malak and he cast comprehend languages. And
But if I take it off, it's
only
gone.
been, if you take it off, it's gone. If you give it to Shivra within 30 minutes, like the spell ends.
Okay.
So it can be any language, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can understand any language, but you can't
Well-
necessarily
Converse
speak it.
back.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's for research now. I didn't know that.
And
Oh,
you can
yeah.
read written text. Yeah.
Okay, and it can be, you can use it for stealthing, like eavesdropping. They won't know that you know.
Yeah, something like
You
that.
won't know that you're listening. Okay.
But again, you have to do this before it happens because they might notice you like activate.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, so let's just split the loot since it's just konti lang naman. I think
Oh wait.
oh
Leander
oh
looks at Leander looks at Xerox. I was like, how generous should I be today? And Xerox just says, Xerox says, Master, like your brother always said, it's always nice to have a sense of generosity, especially with new adventurers. He's like, oh, very well. He takes out another small chest. He opens it up. It says, and I believe you haven't been adventuring for a while, haven't you?
Well,
A little over a month.
No,
not much.
that wasn't the question. Here, I think you'll need this.
Is that a
1,000
greater
gold.
potion of leveling up to level 20?
1,000 gold, and he says, I'll also get you in contact with my.
he gave us
broker.
1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Damn.
Want to be that rich?
He looks at Drux and says, get in touch with the Elderons.
Who the hell are the Elderons?
The Elderons?
The one
They're
in
my-
the Elderund.
They're my well, I'm one of their clients. They're a very renowned creator of magic items, and they also serve brokerage services. So if you need to trade whatever items you don't need, you can easily do it through them. They're a good bunch, but they're it gets a little bit, yeah. They're an acquired taste, so to speak. And seeing the state that you guys are in right now, they will come at you strong.
Thank you, Sir Leander. We appreciate it.
Malak goes for a wizard of blah blah blah. Pretty good.
There is one thing I want to ask Sir Leander. Understand that meeting upon meeting, you definitely have your hands tied. Maybe there are some minor chores that, or not chores per se, but quests that you feel that are beneath
Jobs.
jobs that we, the Silver Shadows, could do for you, because we are, despite your generosity, we also need to earn our keep, sir.
He goes, I'll think about it, but I mean, I have small jobs, but I'll just be sending Sildar for that, so the four of you can focus on this giant quest. And
Well,
I'm
if
sure,
you
like
do-
any other adventurer out there, adventuring party, even if you set your sights towards finding Harshnag, there will be a million jobs between you and him. So I'm sure by then you'll have some amount of money. It
Thank
reminds
you.
me, Sildar, let's talk after this. I want you to do something. And then Sildar just nods.
I guess
And then-
yeah, time to take our leave.
Yeah, and then yeah, And then Silver just asks Leander, it's like, oh, does that mean I get to stay with them, or do I? Is this a new job? Leander says, oh, I mean, it's hopefully a new job unless you're busy. And Silver's just like, oh, and then he looks at the four of you awkwardly. um,
We need all the muscle that we could get. If you could still join us.
But if you have something else to do, I'm sure that's also very important.
We are staying here for
Well-
a few days. If you can get your jobs done
Yeah.
before, and then join us for when we set out.
For the big quest.
Silver looks like hopeful at Leander, and Leander's like, "Oh, let's think about it, okay? We'll talk later." And then Silver just nods. And just
Well,
says,
then
well,
join us for dinner later, Sildar.
mm,
Keep us updated.
Itsuki, with your high, you're the one with the highest perception. Leander's a bit like shocked that he wasn't invited.
It's like, oh, and you too, sir. We like your resources and you're very resourceful. You're always welcome to join us at
Yawning Portal. I know.
Yawning Inn.
I don't know your taste in whiskey, but we did like blood whiskey, demon's blood
The
whiskey.
demon blood.
Ah, yes, that one. Yeah. Well, it's a experience. I shall see if I can join. But yeah.
Oh, and as we leave,
Yeah.
I forget. I turn around and before that, would you happen to know any good clerics
I mean,
looking for a
me and my
job?
the best cleric out there, but he's not really available right now. He's fighting in the mountains of Mount Celestia. So, why would you need a cleric per se?
Well,
Some of these.
as you see between us, no one can really heal. And we think that we have the muscle, we have the range, but we just don't have the buffer.
Yes.
Just want to have a well-rounded team.
Such a shame, and such a shame none of you are full casters.
Fool.
Alas.
Yeah. I mean, in my days, we had marshals, and I let them deal with the attacking and the slashing and the bludgeoning. I just sat back and helped them do their job and make my hands clean of any damage I potentially do.
I mean, you can join us.
Oh,
I know you're
No,
busy, but we'd love to have
someone has. If I join you, that would just be me telling the universe that I view everything as a nail, and the only way to do it is by using a hammer. Unfortunately, it seems that if you adventure long enough, people actually want your opinion. I know it's the best opinion, but still demanding it from you and making you do all this politicking. We gotta do what we gotta do. Someone else might get it wrong.
Well,
That is fair.
join us then later
Are-
and regale us with your stories.
Please. I wouldn't want to bore you with my blah blah blah.
Oh, your
But
blah
you know
blah blah
what?
is very very amusing.
Yeah, just because it's now it's lined with gold, and he looks at the half orc and just Rooks, why don't you accompany them? Help them explain what the Elderos are, what they're about. I assume you're on your way to peruse their wares, so to speak.
Yep.
Yes, sir. How do you
Magical
spell that?
item sounds
LD
good.
what?
Eldorund.
But you know, if you ever find yourself bored, with the high class politics that you will probably need to do in the next couple of hours, and you just want to have a simple adventurer's dinner,
Mm.
you're always welcome.
Yeah, I'll be bored of the politics, but not of the high class. So let us see.
God.
Anyway,
Let's go.
you have a full day ahead of you. Good luck. Sildar stays behind so they can talk, but like the three of you are escorted by the half orc. And the half orc just speaks and it was like, "Oh, master, does that mean I'm yes, 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 you're free to go. Just come back when they're done." And yeah,
What's this guy's name again?
Zrox.
Zroux.
ZRUX. Yes.
Rocks. Are you a cleric, Xerox?
Everybody we meet.
It says
Healer?
Oh,
Healer?
It says, "Oh no, my lord, I am a one would call a fighter." Ah, yes.
Do you know any
Fighter.
clerics?
Well, I know the master and his brother. The brother is the head of the Church of Lathander. They have, but I believe
Someone on our level.
yes, Master Lysander is the Morning Lord, the head of the Church of Lathander. I fear is busy right now, as he is in the. I'm not sure which plane it is. He is in this time, but yes, he's not currently in this plane, so will be unavailable for his services.
Then Malak looks at that guy. Like,
Perhaps,
different plane. Damn, do I feel small?
perhaps I can make some inquiries in the spires of the morning.
Oh, that would be good.
The church is quite known for being adventurous, if one must choose a word. If I could choose another phrase, the other religions call the Church of Lathander the millennials of religion.
That may not be so bad. Let's take a look.
I assume you will be looking for a life cleric, one specialized in healing.
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Very well. I shall make inquiries, but for now I must follow my master's orders and escort you to the Elderons.
Let's go.
Thank you, Xerox.
Money. Things if we can afford anything that they said.
Wait,
And
so
ask-
money is 250 gold each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, let me distribute it. So 250 gold each. And then so there's 3 greater healing. So that's gonna maybe a Malak, Shivra, and I think maybe
Shivra.
Asumedos, because Jong, you have cure wounds, right?
I have cure wounds.
RJ,
I
the
have pure
Asumedos.
nothing.
No, so I'll give that to Asumedos, and then you can. Itsuki can have 2 healing potions,
2 healing potions.
and
Yep.
then 6. You can get 3.
One more.
You can get 3 healing potions, and then Shivra and Asumedos and me 1 each regular healing.
Okay.
So +1. Oh shit. Okay, and then healing +1. So Jong Itsuki has 3 potions
3
of healing. Shivra, Malak, and Asumedos have 1 healing, 1 greater healing.
Got it.
Then,
I still have 1 potion of healing on mine, so now
Okay. And then the circlet has Asumedos.
it's with me.
Okay. On to shopping.
But pee first.
What's that?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Pee first.
Me
Yeah,
also.
you'll use the chamber. You'll use the chamber pot in the von Bielefeld manner.
I want to see how fancy it is. Okay, 1.
Oh, it is fancy.
Back 3 to 1. Okay.
And we're back.
And we're
And
back.
that break was brought to you by a sponsor. If you guys want to sponsor us, that
Future.
would be where you'd hear it.
Okay,
Uh,
so I'm thinking for the healing. I'm thinking a common house rule is for potions specifically.
Mm-hmm.
You can take you can take it as a bonus action.
We don't have to. We can attack and then
Yeah.
use a potion. Okay.
And
That's
then
fair.
if you use an action to drink a potion, it's the full amount.
Yeah, because potions suck. Like, so that would negate the healer. How much would
So
that
it would be like, for example, 2d4 plus 2. It will be 8 plus 2, 10.
10.
10.
That's a
Okay.
potion of healing. So a potion
Yeah.
of healing would be 10 for full action. Potion of greater healing would be 20.
Yes.
Mm,
No. Yeah.
And
Correct.
then since this again like this rule this is not a normal rule. This is just a very special rule because one, you're only 4 players, and two, there really is no healing amongst like
Healer,
there's
yeah.
minimal between the 4 of you. So there's this other rule.
That looks good, Joe. Fuck.
Which one?
Crappy
What is
pizza.
that?
It's Papa John's.
Papa
Very crappy
John's.
pizza.
Yeah, we have it here. But probably more
Okay.
crappier than what it was there.
This rule is called Healing Surge. So as an action, you can spend up to half your hit dice on a heal.
As an action. Oh, so we have to still roll it, right?
Yes. But these are your D10s and your D8s.
And we can do it as much as we have hit dice.
Especially with potions.
You can only use it once per short rest.
Short rest. So this is called what? Action
Healing Surge.
Healing Surge. Will that be I can add that as a Paladin feature na lang?
Yeah. Here, I'll send it to the.
So all of us will add it, right?
Yeah, I sent the text in the chat.
Where do we put it? Spells, CHUBAX?
Oh, you can put it in your notes. You can put it in your notes section.
Okay.
But yeah,
What's the
this is
name
a very
again?
circumstantial rule.
Healing Surge.
Healing Surge. I'll put it in the Jong, in a counter. So I can keep track. Healing Surge counter.
Where's counter?
Wait. Reset on short rest. Value.
You know, on the left
trackers.
side-
There's trackers.
Statistics.
Stats,
left.
okay.
Conditions. Statistics.
Counter,
diba?
okay, tama. Right.
Yeah.
Healing Surge.
So I'll put a tracker of Healing Surge and I'll just put it on the notes for description.
Value 1. Rests on short rests.
Isa, you're good. You're able to add it.
I added that, I think.
Okay.
Just in notes.
Yeah, just so like you don't have to fiddle with the class features and.
No, but you can do it as a counter, Isa.
Where's the counter?
On the left side under your image, the picture, there's health, conditions, and then statistics. Click on the plus button
Ah,
and
But
then
I'll-
just put healing surge, counter value 1, reset on short rest.
But I'll also add it in the notes so I know. So they're just reminder
Oh, okay.
for the
Yeah.
description.
I'll do that as well.
Especially like the formula for regaining hit dice on a short rest is weird. So yeah, let's put it on your notes. Because like it's a weird rule. Like yeah, regains hit dice level divided by 4. It's like
Mhm.
it's not a cute formula.
Optional rules.
So under this optional rule, a character regains all his hit dice at the end of a long rest.
Yeah, but on a short rest, you only gain like 1/4 of your
So it's not.
whatever.
So we're discarding the original rule of half per rest, right? That was the original rule.
Yeah,
Or
this
one.
this override this
Overrides.
this overrides that.
Okay, yeah, I
Added
like
to
it.
notes.
But just for RP
There you
rule,
go.
we'll still try to look for a healer. Just like small bits. Doesn't mean we'll find one. Just to continue the. Okay.
But again, this is a rule specifically for like very few tables do this.
Well, there's not a lot like us also. The four people without healing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
No, and then yeah. There are different solutions to this also, but yeah, this is our specific solution. So yeah. Anyway, so yes, once again, you're going down the main road, and let's mark it. You are now going down south to the trade ward.
Edward.
Oh, sorry, Isa. I don't think Leander ever answered if where.
I think he asked
Uh,
Zrox to
Yeah.
check. That was the last
Oh
thing I
yes,
heard.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Where is? Okay. So they're from the north ward. You're now headed south to the trade ward, and
Hey,
You're now heading
Itsuki, I think they have a square just for you.
Where? Honorable Knight? Which one?
Virgin Square.
I'm saving myself for marriage. I'm not like
I
big
know,
perks
right?
like you.
Oh, that would make sense actually.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
we are beyond the physical needs, physical urges that you humanoids have.
wait, sorry, it's here over here.
I think Malak would be a virgin as well.
Sildar is with us.
Oh, no more.
No.
Sildy.
I know.
Yes,
But
Sildar.
DC's alive.
I'll bring him back there.
Okay, you do it. Thank you. But yeah, you're going towards the
Shopping time.
Shopify.
You prepared
So
those
yeah, as you head-
persuasion rolls.
Yeah, and as you head south towards the trade ward, you notice the subtle change in tiles once again. You notice that the tiles of the trade ward, the pavement, there is a what are those tile address trade ward. Yeah, you notice that at the center there is a repeating pattern of white and orange tiles throughout the ward, and you notice the flag of the trade ward. It's a field of green with a mimic on it, and the current mimic is a tankard. So yeah, that's the mascot and the flag of this ward. So yeah, you okay. So as you head south, you are headed towards this like open court, and there is like a multitude of like tents and There's a multitude of colors with the amount of tents going, and you hear like lots of different languages, and you see lots of different people, and all races and ethnicities all gathered here to sell their wares and to buy and all that. But instead of all that, you are led into this rather high building. This high building, and at the foot of it, um, and at the foot of it, you just notice when you open the door, it is a simple office with a very tall Goliath who's sitting in like furniture a little bit too small for his stature, and Zerk just calmly walks up with you all behind, and just says, "Leander wants to see you. These are friends of Master Leander. If we could perhaps avail of the services of your mistress." The Goliath just looks at you, and then looks at the small notebook, and just like gives a grunt, just like, "They're lucky. They're not busy right now. This is as expected from Master Leander to see these things." And yeah, you are led. Actually, you're going up. You go up like 5 flights of stairs, and it's rather weird because like the stairs are a bit small for you, so like the footing's a bit awkward. But eventually, you are led to. The Goliath's with you. You are led to the top, and at the top, you notice that it is a garden, but unfortunately, it's a paved garden with plants, just potted plants all throughout. But at the center, you notice this huge pot, and a huge pot with a huge tree, and this tree arches throughout the whole top floor, the rooftop. And below it, you notice this small doorway, this freestanding arch doorway. And Zrox looks at you and says, "If you may, just pass through, my good sirs and ma'am, and you will be transported to the shop itself."
I'm excited. Let's get transported.
Yeah, and Zrox goes through, and you notice he disappears. And yeah, do you follow?
We do.
We have to.
Okay. Wait, let me just. Okay, and as you travel through, you're now transported to a large room, and on top it's like a glass top, and you see this like 2-story. You see two. It's like a loft type. You see 2 stories, and you see lots of like objects. You see clothes and robes, weapons, and you get the hum of magic. And as you step in, you just hear a voice. It's a bit lower, and as you see, and you hear the voice. Leander, it is so good to see you again, darling." And then she stops, and then looks at you and is taken aback. And he goes like, "Oh, you are not Master Leander. Who are you? You look poor." Oh. He looks at Drox and says,
Yeah.
Are these indeed the acquaintances of Leander?" And Drox says, "Yes, they were invited. Mr. Leander has given them your recommendation." "Of course he gives me your recommendation. But no, who are these people? They look homeless. They live in a hovel. Who are you? Can you afford my services, darling?" Oh. And yeah,
Well,
Let's
I just
see.
wave.
I'll be like,
Who are you, ma'am?
Who am I? Well, I am the magnificent. Pulling up the name. Wait. I'm the magnificent Donna Elderon, and my brother is here somewhere. Hubert, where are you? And you hear, "Adventurers, I am Hubert Elderon of the Elderon store." And you see another, and then, sorry, these are gnomes. And you see them approach you, and they're quite small. But like even in their small stature, it seems that they are looking down on you. Um, and as the male gnome looks at you, it's just like he's shocked and he says, "Are these the guests from Master Leander?" And says, "Yes, look at them, the hobos, the hovel dwellers." Says, "Quite indeed. Oh, look at them." And they step back, and then they with their small feet they run around you, and you just start hearing their judgments, and just says, "Oh, what's this one wearing? What's this
Can I
tabaxi
greet them?
wearing?
I greet them
What's
formally, and I say, "Greetings, Lady and Lord Elderon. We are the Silver Shadows. Your judgment has been correct thus far. We are a group of adventurers that are just starting out. However, yes,
Yeah, they're just like,
and the kind Lord Leander had recommended only the best, as we were looking to possibly trade some of the wondrous items that we received, magical items that we've received throughout our adventures. And I hope you don't mind, but we are really trying to do our part in this world, yet as humble adventurers that we are. And I hope you'd be of assistance with getting what we need."
okay.
We were
Roll
told that
persuasion.
you had the best
Ah.
magical items, and although we are economic for now, we will be the best adventurers as well.
But Elderon with the D at the end or just EN?
D.
ELREDAAN.
EL.
I'll just put it in
Okay, please.
there. Okay, it's there. Okay. Okay, so Asumedos,
Elredan.
with its help,
Elredan.
roll me persuasion with advantage.
One with advantage.
Thank God.
12 plus 8, 20. Ooh.
And this
Hi,
one has a
hi.
way with, yeah. It's like, oh look, Donna looks at Huber and say, oh look, this one, darling, he has a way with words. And it's like, of course, if he cannot find his way with clothing, at least he's good with something. And it's like, okay, very well. Come, sit. Okay. Yeah. This leads you to to desk. Okay. Show us, darling. Show us what you have. What is magic items that you possess? Let us see. Let us appraise. Let us judge, and we shall give you our deals in return. So yes, what do you put on the table?
The arcane eye somebody's using, right?
It's with Asumedos. Oh,
Yeah.
No?
Arcane eye, fire shield.
Was it with me?
wait. No, it's for selling. Arcane
Yeah,
Eye,
it's
Fire
with you.
Shield, and Slow are for selling. Um, I'll also put
We don't
my.
have. So,
Oh,
okay.
do you want us to go one by one, Angelo? Just for
No, up to you. Like, you want a group thing?
No, there's.
or
I mean,
just-
everything is compiled anyway. We only have a few personal items.
Okay, wait.
Let's start with the.
I'll make a list. Yeah, we have Arcane Eye, Fire Shield,
Fire shield, slow.
Slow. I'm gonna put the what's the cloak? The one that changes.
yeah.
Cloak
Billowing?
of-
Oh, no,
No,
that's
I
mine.
No, that's us.
I didn't. Yeah, I got something else. Cloak of.
Sorry, Fire Shield, Arcane Eye, Slow, no? And then the
Yes.
cloak.
Cloak of many fashions. Cloak of many fashions. I'll also put my cloak of the mountain back, just to see what we can get for it, if in case there's better options. I'll put my sunblade just to check. We can get something
Oh,
better.
wow.
Anything can be got. Sunblade. I'll even put my ring of protection just to see. I want to see if we have if I can buy a upgrade or something. Cape of the Mountain back. Yeah, that's it for now.
On me, would you like me to do the silver goblet with moonstones?
Wala na siya. Yeah, because
What's that? Is that for selling?
no, that
Yeah.
yeah, that was supposed to be for Sylvarin, but
Oh,
Yeah.
but that is that a magical item? No, right?
No, it's just silver goblet with moonstones.
Oh, I think we should just keep the
Okay.
items that we need. We'll just sell it if we need more gold.
Okay. So then I'll add the scroll of fireball, which I can't use.
Okay, scroll of fireball.
The cloak of billowing,
Okay.
and the staff of charming.
Staff of charming.
They look at the items.
It's nothing.
Like, oh,
I mean, I only have my cloak, my billowing, but I like it.
You can keep it.
Yeah, you can keep
I'm
it.
just fine if there's
I don't have other. I don't have any other.
You can put your
items.
bow in. If in case they have a better bow, like a +2.
I'll trade in if they have a
Yeah.
better
So
bow or better
uh,
daggers. Same thing.
I don't think I have anything aside from that ornate flute.
For your fur.
that would be creepy.
Difficult.
they see the items and they said, this is darling, this is an assortment of items. Yes. Would you want other items for this, or would you want gold?
We would like to see if there's anything that we could trade for other items.
Very well, darling. What do you want? Because I'm sure what you want, hopefully, the Elderans have, which we might do. Did they? So yeah, what do you want? Like, what? Like, I mean, what's your goal there? Since you don't have the specific items.
For me, I'm looking for something that I could equip to increase AC. And if in any case, if there's another staff that would be more powerful, I'm willing to even trade another rod of the pack keeper, a rod of the pack keeper, or a staff of defense if there's something worth replacing it with.
She sees it, she looks at it, and just where is that? Sorry.
Ideally, if there's like a cloak that increases AC, or a ring.
She looks at the staff of charming, and she looks at the staff of charming. Yes, interesting. Ooh, what property is this? And then she studies it, and you see a subtle glow in her eyes as she's touching it. And say yes. Hubert, why don't you get the yes they're talking about. And then Hubert comes back, sure enough, with a ring. Says, as you've described, darling, here is a ring that will make you more aware of your surroundings, make you faster, stronger, more diligent in your surveying, and perhaps will help you against combat. If you would want to continue this trade, you may have this, if I can have that. She is offering, you've already seen this item actually. She's offering a ring of protection for these for the staff of charming.
Is it a
Ooh.
+1?
Plus
No,
one
it's-
bonus to AC and saving throws
Yep.
while wearing this ring.
So no +2.
Maybe when we're stronger. Yeah, because I don't actually use the staff of charming. being able to cast most of the spells available in the rod itself, in the staff itself. So this would actually make sense.
Good, darling. And then she gets it. And says, Hubert, deal with this. She tosses it to Hubert. So okay, how about the rest of you darlings? You have not said a word, darling. You are so quiet. And then she obviously looks at you. We do not detect any magic from you.
I'm not much of a magic user myself.
No, do not say that, darling. Although you cannot cast spells, you have some magic on you, whether items, armor,
Yes.
weapons. You have
Yeah.
none. What a pity. No. If you are at Elderon, you have to have some magic. If you're willing to pay, of course. But yes, you have to have.
She looks at the others when she mentions payment.
Just let's see. Just go tell them what you want.
Will
And,
help you. The stronger you are, the stronger it's you.
And is there another ring of protection? She could use that. I can use that too. Can I use more than one?
No.
No. Shit. Okay.
You can't use duplicates.
Okay. You can use that. You think? +1 to AC.
Is there enchanted armor or an enchanted
Oh
sword?
yeah. And there we go.
Yeah. Oh. Perhaps we shall fetch you a sword, darling. And she pulls out a. She goes to the back room, and you hear the sounds of movement. And she comes back with this like immaculate, great sword.
Ooh.
Would this be fitting to your fighting style? And she waves
yes.
it, she waves it around, but she's small, so it's kind of awkward.
This looks quite exquisite. Excellent.
And quite, yes, and quite cheap.
What does it do?
Cheap. Sounds good.
It's a sword that is lighter, stronger. Mechanically, it's a +1.
Okay.
Lighter, stronger, makes you a better fighter. For this one, let's see, how much will we sell this for? 400 gold would suffice, perhaps, for the fine, exquisite craftsmanship. Yeah, she indicates, and you see like runes, subtle runes etched on the side, giving it like a magical feel. Yeah, she just says 400 gold.
What's it called?
Oh, that is the best part, darling. You will name it. And if you want, we can etch it for you.
Oh,
Comes with the
engraving.
service.
Just like Apple.
Comes with the service. Comes with the service, darling.
Apple
Oh,
iPad.
all right.
And my Apple Pencil. It's CHUBAX.
But then as you think about it, she says, but only after final purchases have been finalized.
Yeah.
She looks to the group and says, "Are you willing to put forth 400 for this?"
Would you take Arcane Eye? Oh, how much would that be? Do you want to pick?
It's an uncommon. It's an uncommon, so she's willing to trade for another uncommon actually. If
What's our uncommon ba?
Is Arcane Eye common?
It's a spell.
no spell scroll.
Oh.
Yeah, but like as you look for that, I'll just continue the RPA para lang.
Mhm.
We can move this along. And then she looks at Itsuki. Says, "You, darling, who are you? And what magic items do you need?"
Itsuki from the Yuan-Ti tribe. Looking for a better bow than I have right now. It has already been upgraded, but what are your longbow and dagger options that might be within our price range?
For a dagger, darling. But it seems that the gladiators have took a magical dagger. It is a prize for the upcoming cup that is going to happen, and it is the prize of the.
There we go.
Dibs.
Of course, safe. Of course, it was purchased by the reigning champion Amun the Victor. If I may
So
add so
you mean to
myself.
say that somebody is holding it temporarily for now?
Shibra raises an eyebrow. Amun the victor is in town.
Yes, of course. He is the victor of the previous season, the reigning champion of Waterdeep. You must be new, of course. That's why Leander offered you to me.
Yeah, yes, I know that name. Certainly, she looks a little.
Many people,
She has a complicated look on her face.
Malak
Yes,
many
goes,
people know that name, darling.
do you know
You're
Amun?
not the only one.
I know him quite personally. Yes.
We'll talk about it later.
But you, darling, we have both, but from the look of you, I fear you cannot foot the bill. But tell me, it's roll me either deception or persuasion.
Deception or persuasion? Deception plus 2, persuasion plus 2. Shit, the same. Fuck. It's 8.
10 total.
She
10.
looks at you. She looks at you like closely, and like you feel her eyes just like studying you, and like her eyes are intent on you. She says, "You have this energy about you. It feels like you have been hurt recently, and instead of the camaraderie you have with this group, it has been replaced with the pragmatic selfishness that I sense about you."
Replaced? It's like in my head, replaced?
Yes, you are the practical type, yeah. Answer this. Who is the most important person in this group?
Me. No hesitation.
Yes. Come here, darling. Come here. It seems... Am I correct to assume that you are an individual who looks at their shoulders to ensure that nothing comes at you from behind?
I am more so, even more so now.
Okay. And she leads you to the side, and you see like these wonderful cloaks being on display on some mannequins.
Ooh, I like cloaks.
Yes. Says, no, ignore that. Focus on this one. And you see this purple cloak, and she takes it and she like wears it. And obviously, since she's short, it's a bit long. But like she prances around and says, "Look at the pattern, darling. You notice the subtle eye patterns that we have made."
Ooh. Says mean I have.
Eyes are not only meant for decoration, but if you attune to this item, you may see through them, giving you a 360, and then she twirls, 360-degree view of your surroundings.
Eyes wide. I want this.
Yes, but can you pay for it?
Well, tell me how
the
much.
hesitation is new. What is checking? Huh? I'm sorry, it's not a cloak, it's a robe.
Oh, robe. Okay.
Yeah, it's a robe. She says, "Oh, this. Perhaps you can trade me another rare item. If not, can offer it to you for a small price of 8,000 gold."
Fuck.
What rare item do we have? Let me check. I don't think I have. I have my.
Your armor, I
Cloak.
think, is rare.
And they go back to the studded leather armor. Let's check it. Armor class. So I have. Yeah. So if I give the green armor from our last, I go back to 12 from 18.
Ang layo.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, not 12, not 12, not 12. You go back to 17. You only
16.
drop one. You only drop
Uh,
one.
Oh, well,
And
that's fine.
what does this cloak do?
I just can see 360, so there's no
There's
technically there
no.
shouldn't be
I
blind
think
side.
there should be what? Yeah, but what does it how does it mechanically?
Oh, uh, okay. She'll explain in character, but like this is the actual thing. Okay, she says, you can see in all different directions, and you can see easily. Advantage in wisdom perception checks. And if you already have dark vision, you
Dark
can see
vision.
further. From 60, it becomes 120. Furthermore, if there are creatures that want to be a little sneaky, you can see them as it reveals invisible objects and creatures up to 120 feet.
Damn, that's
It looks really. I think it's really worth it. What's its name again?
Robe of Eyes.
Robe of Eyes.
just question Akilo. When Zathi attacked Itsuki in the ambush, did you have to roll against his perception check? Not or like
Yes.
passive perception?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, just to let you know, Jong, portable hole is rare also. You wanna get rid of it, in case.
Oh, I will say again, I'll remind you guys, you still have your spell scrolls.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, so can we do? Yeah,
Yeah.
if they're not taking
Oh,
the arcane
okay.
eye.
Let's ano this now. Let's settle this
Let's-
first. Do you,
yeah.
Let's settle the monetary value of your scrolls. Okay. So
Oh,
first
how
is
much?
Arcane Eye.
8,000? Okay, go.
Mhm.
Yeah. Arcane Eye. She's willing to part for it for 5,500 gold.
Oh shit.
Ooh, nice. Just a little bit more.
Okay.
The fire shield 4,500.
Oh shit.
Fireball.
Fireball 300.
300? 300. Okay, slow.
And slow.
$350.
Yeah, malayo nun ah.
So we have 10,550. No. 10,150 gold in terms of stuff. So minus 8,000. Plus
But
how
that-
much yung kay Shivra?
Technically, that's group money, Jong.
Oh. No, I mean, so I'll considering pride, right? And I'll just do, yeah, I'll trade in my my current armor, the enchanted armor.
You
Can
wanna
you-
keep
can-
you wanna keep the portable hole?
I will keep the portable hoe because it seems like it's a little bit more useful for things that we can't carry, dangerous
Okay.
things. And I'm only going down one anyway, so we just need to be a little bit more careful. But I do have a little bit more resources. Are there any other things that I can come by so I can have I can buy in bulk?
Do you want to happen?
Wait. So, because I think Asumedos was a straight trade.
Yeah.
We'll leave Shivra for last. So Itsuki, is it a straight trade for that armor for the robe?
I mean, can I get more from it,
Is
or
it
is it a safe
rare?
trade? I'm asking.
Is it rare ba, that armor?
It should be, right?
It should be rare, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
because-
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a straight trade.
Yeah.
A Malak comes in and says, that was from a magical. That is from Wave Echo Cave, from a magical being. I don't think you'll find these lying around. I think it's gonna be more expensive than this robe. Maybe add something else to the robe.
Yeah, is there anything that
Yeah.
you, because of the trouble that we've risked our lives, we've been tested before we got this armor.
From
Perhaps there's a few more things that you can throw into the pot,
maybe you can throw the
Those-
great sword +1.
or a bow.
Yeah,
He
or a bow.
goes, darling, no matter where your armor is from, it does the same thing. It does makes you a little faster, stronger, resistant to damage. Whatever
But
magical effect that came from, it does the
Collectors
same
would like it.
thing.
I mean, no
Ah.
Pawn Stars. Collectors are gonna like it.
See, I thought we had an understanding. I thought you wanted the practicality of things, and I offer you the practical point of view. Now you're telling me to consider sentimentality in the purchases you're going to do.
Fine.
Darling, pick a lane.
So it's a straight
Straight
trade.
trade.
Yeah. Unless
Okay.
you want to fight her, unless you still want to fight her for it. Like,
No, I pride comes in, and I'm always saying like, yeah, this is something that I've wanted to work on, so this should be an easy one for me.
Is there a magical bow for Itsuki?
whispers
There's
to
a
you,
dagger, but it's no longer there.
Yeah.
darling, look at him. He could hardly afford the robe, but more the bow.
Is it a lot more expensive than the robe?
No, very much. Very much.
More than 10?
Much more powerful. She, mm, she just nods.
I
But
mean,
I can offer you this if you're looking for. Do you wish to vanquish certain enemies,
Always.
particular ones, specific enemies?
You want tea.
Oh,
or
then she
giants.
shouts for Hubert. She shouts for Hubert, and then she get the arrows, and she comes the arrow. She arrives with the arrows, and she opens it, and there are 3 arrows.
Just 3? Cool.
These are arrows of slaying. We attune them to your target, your enemy. Like perhaps that's your darling friend mentioned, the giants. You can enchant them that when you hit, it does a lot more damage than it used to do. Very powerful, so used wisely.
How much were the 3 arrows?
These the 3 arrows will come at a measly 5,000 gold.
I think this is good, guys. I think this is one of the team purchases that we could get, because we can take one for a Yuan-Ti, take one for attune one to a giant, and attune one to a dragon. So we're covered in all bases.
How much you say? 5,000?
5,000 for 3. Let's keep it pending, and make sure that everybody
Okay.
buys their stuff that they need first. But that's my team purchase, because we have 10,000 for slow, fireball, fire shield, arcane eye. So we'll do we can attune it for different enemies.
Okay. Anything else for Itsuki?
That's it for now.
Malak, you. What do you want?
So for me, I want if there's a better armor or a better sword or a better cloak
She looks.
Or-
she looks.
or a
she
better
looks
ring of
quite
protection.
surprised. She looks quite surprised that you'd willing to trade the sunblade, and she looks at that. Oh, nice. If you see this, it's sort of exquisite made and exquisite quality. And she takes it in her hands, and you know
I
that
will
you know that
I will go to Malak
Yeah.
and say, that is something we got from the Wave Echo Cave, from a magical being. How could you trade that?
I am open. That's all I'm saying. I am open. but I not.
But you gave the same argument to Itsuki.
It depends on what I can get.
No, I know. I'm just teasing you. Your sword, your blade.
It's Kura.
Perhaps you can trade in. You can trade in uh, an enchanted armor for this. Maybe.
For the sword?
Yes.
No.
And I assume by looking at you, you would be asking for plate armor. Is it not?
Yes.
Yes. Then.
What is it?
Or
Go ahead.
yes, especially with plate armor, darling, it justifies the price.
Magical plate?
Or perhaps this would. Perhaps if it is not better armor you are looking for, perhaps it is better quality material. We got this from our envoy in Mirabar, uh, made by the dwarves themselves. Armor made from pure mithril.
And mechanically plus one
Actually, it removes the disadvantage.
from stealth.
Yeah. And if that doesn't persuade you to get this, there's also this material, and she presents another suit of armor. Equal rarity, but this one is made from adamantine. Makes you very sturdy armor that can withstand the heaviest of hits. Mechanically, immune from criticals.
Fuck. Shit. How about any cloaks? Anything wondrous?
We can, if you're looking to upgrade your survivability, perhaps that one, and then points it gives you it's similar to the ring. It gives the same effects. It's a cloak of protection, so +1 to all saves and to your AC.
So that I can add with the ring.
Yes, but that's attunement slots, huh?
Oh, how many attunement slots do we have?
Every character gets 3 attunement slots.
Shit, how many have I?
You have
Sunblade.
your and the rings. You have 2 already.
Oh. So, but the plate armor and the adamantine armor, no attunement.
No attunement.
So just the cloak. And just in GP, how much are each?
Okay. The +1, the +1 armor, that's 7,000. The mithril armor is 8,000. The adamantine is 15,000.
Adamantine is 15,000?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the 7? The cloak?
The +1 plate armor.
No, I thought the clay. Wait, I thought the plate armor, the mithril one was stealth. The adamantine was immune from crits, and then the cloak was +1 AC.
No. She also offered a regular plate armor, but it's enchanted, so it's +1 plate. So you have
Oh.
3. You have 3 armors to choose from.
+1. So that plate is the 7,000.
Yeah.
8,000. Adamantine is 15. Cloak of protection is
500.
Oh, that's 500. Okay. God damn. Got some decisions to make, huh?
Yeah. I feel
Rose. Rose.
I'll give all the I feel I'll just give all the options and then we can call it there so you guys can decide over the 2-week break.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Asomedos? Are we done with you? You wanted so you got your
I got a ring,
ring. You want
but I
more?
guess the cloak of billowing is really a one. It's just a common item. I was just wondering
Yeah.
if they had a replacement for that, and if there's like another staff or rod that I could switch to. That I just wanted to know if there are options.
Okay. For the no, she scoffs at the cloak of billowing because like it's a common magic item beneath me, darling. You can get that in any magic store you see, but
Malak
not
feels
here,
bad
not
for
Eldaron.
Zoe.
I mean,
Just
like
try.
you did find her in a
In a
in
Oh,
a
I know. It's just it's I tried just to try. But if ever
yeah.
I do have a staff of defense or the rod of the pack keeper +1, if there's something that's worth um trading it with, then I could think about it. Both are uncommon items, and staff of defense is rare.
Isa, how
She
much
looks at
gold do you have?
you.
Um, not very
Assume
much.
Isa, assume your items are liquid na ha. So you sell
Oh, okay.
the yeah.
Saw the great sword. So that's 50. At the moment, plus my great sword, I have 17 plus the great sword. It's 50, so 67.
And then I gave you that item, right?
Then I give the item. Then you give, which is 150.
And then we got
How
250, 250 from Leander.
Mhm. Wait, how do I sell this? How do I sell something?
No, just calculate for now.
Calculate? Oh, I can't calculate. I'm bad at math.
So wait, so you have that. How much is the item I gave you? 150.
150.
You got 250 from just Leander a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's 400.
Great sword is 50.
Okay, so you have 450.
Then my GP is 17.
467. Can we? Is there like more than one of that cloak of protection?
No,
Okay.
right now she's only offering one. She's only offering one.
Okay. Okay. Oh, back to
Yeah.
Asumedo, sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it's, we're waiting for possible.
Yeah, go. 10,000. How much for the arrows, Joe?
5,000.
5,000 for 3.
5,000. Angelo, would you take? Oh, sorry. Are you reading something? Go.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just
No, go, go, go.
sorry. I can't find.
Why?
There's a common staff. It's called the Staff of Bird Calls. This wooden staff. I know. It's a common staff. It has 10 charges. You can spend the charge to create one of the following sounds up to 60 feet. A fidget chirp, a raven's call, a duck's quack. What the fuck? What the hell am I gonna use that for? Oh man.
Something you can do with your mouth.
I know. And thaumaturgy.
She comes back and holds with her a smooth rod, Asomedos. It says, "This is a. Since I have heard the values that you possess, perhaps you may afford this. Just perhaps. If a spell will target you and you alone, you may direct the energies of that spell to this rod and absorbing it. And the magic stored here you may use as you wish."
It stores there. It doesn't. I don't have to reflect it right away. Is
Yes,
it?
you keep the energy for yourself. But only up to a certain point. Until if you reach the maximum, then this rod is rendered inert. But still, very powerful indeed.
Interesting. That is very interesting. So, just in any case, for that item, what should I trade for it?
Well, if you're speaking with gold, then 15,000 would suffice.
In terms of the items I have shared with you? Will I be able to make a straight trade for it?
Unfortunately, no. This is of a higher quality magic item.
I believe so. So even if I do both the staff of defense and the rod of the pack keeper, that would not be enough, would it? Two for the price of one?
No.
What did you get from the Wave Echo Cave?
Rod of the pack keeper.
That's not rare.
That
No,
is
uncommon.
uncommon.
The +1. So.
Mhm. 15,000. Well, if I
What is
can't afford it now, I definitely will do so someday.
What does the item do, Jay, for you?
Um, the new item,
Yeah, the one that
the
you want.
rod.
Yeah, if a spell targets Asomedos and just Asomedos, Asomedos can use a reaction to absorb the energies of the spell.
And not just absorb, but it can be used later on.
Yeah.
It can store up to 50 levels of energy.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So it can
You have to
absorb.
be hit 50 times.
Yeah.
Oh no,
No,
like
no,
for
no,
example,
no.
if you're hit by 50 level 1 spells, yes. But if you're hit by 25 level 2 spells,
two.
same effect. Yeah.
Mhm. Or if it's a level 5 spell, Beauty Fit is you can absorb it. So I don't get any damage at all.
Well, if the spell, yeah, depends on the spell.
Mhm. So
But yeah, I
maximum
think,
of 5th level spell.
yeah. But I think right now this is all she has to offer. So I think let's just mull it over for the next 2 weeks, and then let's come
Sure.
back. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let's call it.
So, Angelo, last Adamantine is the 15,000 one, right?
Yes.
Even though it's uncommon? Or is it uncommon? Is it rare?
It's plated, so that that bumps it up.
Okay. Oh, but just for my future reference, can I? Will that be a straight trade for the mountain back cloak? Since it's rare also.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, I'll discuss it with RJ also and Jong and Isa.
But
We'll see.
Myrok, I will say about this: the Cape of the Mountebank gives you amazing utility.
I know, but I know it's a big help.
Ah,
I mean, we
I
can
think
always
the
come
arrows
back.
will be helpful. The
I
arrows will be
know.
helpful, and we need to earn more money and earn our keep to afford the sundries that they offer.
I know, but it's still we still need to be. We need to make out a loan, like a loan from the group. So if Jong buys the arrows, like part of it will be answered by the group, but there still needs to be like he has to replace
I'll
it.
contribute a little bit, but yeah, but we only have
Yeah.
like around 1,000
So
gold
like
each anyway.
loan. So if I do the same, I'll it's like a loan.
I understand, but we're talking about 15,000 gold. That's huge.
No,
That's
no,
fine.
no,
Yeah.
no. I mean,
And then yeah,
go.
Malak, obviously same thing for you. Like the armor she offered you, she also offers to Shivra, since you both are capable
Mhm.
of wearing plate.
Yes.
Maybe you could share with us on the chat what are the items so we can think of it. We can mull over it over the 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've listed most of it and
Yeah,
notes
I
anyway.
have most of it also.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you can add something for Shivra as well, Angelo. Does she have any other items? She only had the option for
Maybe
the
a
great sword
sword
plus
or
one.
yeah.
Yeah, something to think about. Cause you want to be a damage dealer, diba? Shivra.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let me stick with let me have the AC. You need more damage output.
Yep. I think we need to get Shivra a stronger damage output. We need her to hit hard. But what's her current AC? I think her AC is not so high.
Is
I
it
believe
16 or 18? 16,
it's 18.
18.
Okay, then
That's
that's
Not
pretty.
bad.
well. But for a tank, she's gonna be the front line. It's better if she get it higher.
Well, yeah, but uh, we need more damage output as well.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, we'll think about it. Let's discuss on the chat.
Coolly. Oh,
Yeah, that was just I guess if we're wrapping up, right? We're wrapping up already, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was just a small fraction of like what you guys can do in Waterdeep. So still more to come. Listing from what so I believe I mean obviously you guys are interested in the tournament. Um and Leonin is Leonin ba? Leosin
Yeah,
is still in the
Leosin.
game. And then Prudence is also in the game.
Yep.
The well as well. So I
What
think
well?
that
Maybe when we're stronger.
yeah, I think you said that's for the end advent, like long term. The one in the Yawning
In the
Portal.
bar. In the well.
Oh no, just so there's no miscommunication, I'll say this now. Like if you go down there, that's a different adventure.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
like use that to change worlds, like Super Mario.
Yep.
All right.
Alright,
Yeah.
Shall I take us home?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Thank you very much for all the viewers out there. Thank you for spending time with this group as we explore the beautiful city of Waterdeep, trying to get ourselves stronger, meeting a wizard, saying goodbye to Sildar for a while. But you know what? I have a good feeling we're going to see him again. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, we thank you. But please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We are also available on our favorite social media accounts. You can search for handle plus3HP. We are available on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Okay. Now, should you just want to hear our voices and not really see our faces, or just keep us in your ear while you're working, pretending to work during the entire weekday, you can listen to us on our favorite podcasts of choice, on your podcast of choice. We especially select Amazon, Apple, and Spotify podcasts. All right, so that's it from us. Any last goodbyes? Let's start with John.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, taking a little quick break. But once we get back, we have more content to share with all of you guys.
All right, we are gonna have a break. Sorry, I did forget that. We're gonna have a Holy Week break. And during that time, we're going to be as holy. No, we're not. As we're just gonna enjoy our time off. Next, let's hear it from CHUBAX.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Really enjoyed the episode again. Starting to enjoy RP a lot more, And thanks for watching us. See you in 2 weeks.
Isa B. Let's hear from the silent one.
Thank you for your time, and hope to see you on the next episode when it comes out.
She may be a woman of few words, but she will, what she says, make an impact. And of course, from our lovely Dungeon Master, Angelo.
Yeah, so welcome to Waterdeep. More to come, but not too much since the true adventure lies in the north. So pretty excited to what you'll see here, but also excited in what you'll encounter in the future.
But from the way it looks, though, there's so much things to do in Waterdeep.
I know.
So much levels to gain, so much items to earn, which will equip us for a journey in the north. Maybe that journey in the north might even hit us, I don't know, September. I'm kidding. I'm just like, no way, you're gonna take that long. So again, thank you. Thank you so much. We love you. And this is Raymond saying good night.